All right, let's get on, because through no fault of Rob's own, I now have less time than I thought.
How goes it, Sonny? Still in one piece?
So we'll try and do as much as possible.
Major, there will soon be so many enemies here that your demise is inevitable.
Oh, I just need to get the fuck out of here. Get in the car. Oh, we've got a new song. Hopefully this is the right way.
So bad.
You mean the beta connectors? Because they work, but are also considered not to exist.
So nobody can prove they're out there, not even Collective after the launch.
Especially not Collective after the launch. For Collective, anyone connected via the beta connectors will simply not exist.
But they'll be able to see Collective.
Yes, all of it. A person with a beta connector will not be able to influence Collective from the inside, since they won't exist for Collective. But they will know about everything that happens inside it, just like any officially connected...
Petrov, that sick shithead, that fucking truth lover, screw him. So much blood spilt just because he made the sprouts mutate.
I highly doubt that Petrov had such a result in mind. He is not a geneticist or a plant breeder.
Whoa!
And could not have foreseen all the consequences.
Oh, God.
Then why the hell did he do it? So many people are dead, and the ones with sprouts for heads had to get killed twice. First by the robots, then by me.
Morally speaking, Petrov's action cannot be justified. We are in complete agreement in that regard.
Fuck Petrov, he's dead. I feel bad for all those people. I stayed in the service after the war to stop this kind of thing from happening.
Whoa!
And now...
You have my sincerest condolences for all that has transpired, Comrade Major.
And I'm stuck in the ground. This game... Fucking hell, like you... The physics of the cars are weird as shit. Reese, I've got to be in work a bit earlier tomorrow now, so I can't stay on quite as long. Not that I was going to stay on super late anyway, but... No, Mr. Howard, so I went out yesterday for my friend's birthday, and when I got back home, my knee started to, it felt sore again, so apparently resting it for a week is fine, as long as I don't actually walk on it, which is obviously something I can't do forever.
Definitely had better days, but yeah, I guess I'm still in one piece.
Did I hear right? You finally got that bastard Petrov?
And nothing gets by you, huh? Yeah, got him.
It was a pleasure serving with you, Major P3. Unfortunately, you are about to be killed.
Yep. Really? Okay. How tough are these guys? Oh, this is totally not worth it. Really, really not worth it. Oh, good. Fuck's sake. This is going well. It's just not worth fighting these guys. At all.
Charles, why does everyone want those rings so bad?
You mean the beta connectors? Because they work, but are also considered not to exist.
So nobody can prove they're out there, not even Collective after the launch.
Especially not Collective after the launch. For Collective, anyone connected via the beta connectors will simply not exist.
But they'll be able to see Collective.
Yes, all of it. A person with a beta connector will not be able to
Petrov, that sick shithead, that fucking truth lover. Screw him. So much blood spilt just because he made the sprouts mutate.
I highly doubt that Petrov had such a result in mind. He is not a geneticist or a plant breeder, and could not have foreseen all the consequences of the malfunction.
Then why the hell did he do it? So many people are dead, and the ones with sprouts for heads had to get killed twice. First by the robots, then by me.
Morally speaking, Petrov's action cannot be justified. We are in complete agreement in that regard.
Fuck Petrov, he's dead. I feel bad for all those people. I stayed in the service after the war to stop this kind of thing from happening again. Now...
You have my sincerest condolences for all that has transpired, Comrade Major.
All right.
Charles, no one can force somebody into Collective, right? Petrov was wrong about that.
Not entirely.
What do you mean, not entirely?
Whoa!
If I'm not a member of Collective, how can Collective find out about me?
It's quite simple. Let's say you walk past a robot. The robot identifies you as a human, but you are not wearing a thought device. The robot fails to receive mental commands from you in response to its queries.
So it realizes I'm not in Collective and tells the others about it. Then what? They'll start giving me shit about it?
Essentially, yes.
But I can just put my thought on, walk past the bot and do everything I'm supposed to do, then take the thought off, right?
Essentially, yes.
Then why is everyone so hot and bothered about the rings?
I can't say for sure. Perhaps it's an issue of convenience. Thought devices need to be reconfigured every time they are put on. A ring can be taken off and put back on without inconvenience.
There's gotta be more to it than that.
Ah, this is what I mean. It's just absolutely fucking pointless fighting these things. Oh, can I not go that way? Okay. It just, I really don't enjoy the open world part of this game at all.
Charles, the U.S. is constantly introducing sanctions against our civilian robots. Why do they do that? Do they suspect something?
The U.S. government clearly has certain suspicions, or at least concerns.
Yeah, it's their job to be concerned about their country's security. But they don't have any hard evidence. That means they don't really have a leg to stand on, right?
Indeed. That is precisely why Petrov caused the malfunction.
Right? He wanted to show the world that our Civi-bots have a combat mode, fine. But the Americans don't know that. So what are the sanctions for?
The American government is using the sanctions to find a middle ground between the needs of the capitalists and the growing discontent of the working class.
You mean American working stiffs want to get our bots banned because they're taking their factory jobs, and the capitalists want to get more free robots so they can get rid of all the workers once and for all?
Quite right. The American government is feeling pressure from both sides. So the sanctions remain moderate without banning robots entirely. They merely set quotas on importing them.
So why does the Soviet Union give a shit? Who cares if the Americans sanction us? They're the ones stopping themselves from getting rid of the working class. Well, good. We're all about the workers.
The more restrictions they place on the import and use of robots, the fewer of our robots will be located in key parts of the American government when Collective launches.
So the Soviet government wants there to be as many of our civilian robots in the U.S. as possible when they activate combat mode. That'll make it that much easier to take over the country. Gotta admit, it makes sense.
Oh dear.
Everyone wants to kill me.
Seems like it. Jesus, I'll get to the chat in a minute. Fucking hell. It's the other thing, I can't really fully take in what's going on plot-wise as well. Because I'm just trying not to fucking die. Oh man, I really hope I don't have to have an injection. I fucking hate injections. Just take my knee. Really hate injections. Get fucked. Can they not come in? That'd be really good if so. All right, let's breathe for a minute.
Damn. Him too? Shouldn't we at least try to help him?
There's nothing we can do for him. He sat down by your bed like he was hypnotized, and then he just stayed that way. We're the ones who need help now.
My God. But you're right. Those shots were shit. They were supposed to help, but now I've got 5 people from the same collective farm on my hands. Trust me. Something's wrong with me. Call the nurse. My side. My side is on fire. Hurry. Hurry. Call the nurse already.
This is gonna be side effects of the polymer, maybe? Alright, something on the roof. Am I meant to be able to talk to him? I am, but it doesn't seem like it'll let me. Because he's got a fucking thing through his face. Yeah, look.
Can't feel.
There you go.
Must have struck backbone. Wheelchair bound for the rest of my life. No, it's a neck wound. I can't see.
You can relax. It's over. You're dead, soldier.
What? Are you serious? I'm dead?
Yep. You're not even the one thinking these thoughts. It's just residual static.
Thank you. Thank you, citizen. Oh, this feels good.
Rest in peace.
Ooh. This is nice.
Your mind's having difficulty adjusting to the fact that I'm not a recording. You're giving me an existential crisis here with that statement. I am real, aren't I? I know what you mean.
Everything's fine. Take it easy now. The bosses know what they're doing.
Demon, I haven't even been here a week yet, and I've already seen enough corpses for a lifetime. I thought this place was going to be a regular clinic. I had no idea it was like this.
Didn't the fact that this place is a secret complex tip you off? You're a little green to be a guard, especially at a hospital. Listen, we're not butchers like those scientists. We're not here to kill people. We just make sure no one runs off. It's fine, really.
So they were just experimenting on people then. By the sounds of it. All right, let's have a read. Claudia, my treasure. I understand, but more and more patients are coming from Pavlov every day. There's so many of them, and I'm just one man. My team of buffoons don't count. They're worthless as doctors. Let's do this. I'll take the most interesting cases, and hopefully Collective 2.0 can treat the rest of them. Claudia, the patients Pavlov has been sending us, even my professional intellect flinches in horror and doesn't want to deal with them. Autopsies have been showing more and more brutal torture, and there are more of these people every day. At this rate, Collective 2.0 won't have anyone to enlighten. All that's left will be flabby, freakish corpses. Just the kind you love, my treasure. Figure out what we're going to do about this, since you're the head physician. In the meantime, I'll go back to my patients, since I'm a brilliant diagnostician? Fancy words. Now another body.
Zaharov didn't die, comrade. Zaharov lives.
What? Who are you? What are you talking about?
I'm an assistant professor from AOC. It matters not. Zaharov lives.
Zaharov?
He is Dr. Sechenov's closest supporter. A man whose genius may surpass Sechenov himself. It was believed Zaharov perished a few years ago in an unfortunate accident. But he did not. I studied the documents, and all of the most revolutionary papers show signs of his involvement. His personal touch, if you like. I worked with him personally and knew his attitude well. Caustic comments, radical methods, unmitigated interruptions. He is most definitely alive. But one question remains. If he is alive and still working, why would somebody hide it?
Sounds like a conspiracy theory to me. Right now it's hard to tell who's alive and who isn't.
All we know is this guy is dead. Oh yeah, I mean, this was a reused thing, Reese. This was the thing that I got from the Shenmue Kickstarter, so I thought I might as well use it. The collar's been issued for V. Nayalov. We couldn't get rid of him, so we put him in a free room. Management says he can see A. Nayalova without a hazmat suit if he really wants to. He's been brought to his wife at Pavlov under guard a couple of times. His condition is under constant observation. Security hasn't been notified since there's no way he'll ever leave Pavlov. Man, this place sounds like hell. Need to find that chest. Oh, there's so many dead bodies.
Starts approximately 7 to 10 minutes after death, followed by defecation in 3 to 5 minutes. Rigor mortis sets in 5 to 6 hours. Then, let me see, complete decomposition in about 5 years.
Nasty.
What? Why? Naked facts, pure numbers. What is nasty about science? What are you talking about? I'm a scientist. I must spend every moment examining and cataloging nature's phenomena. Comrade, do you know many people capable of documenting the decomposition of their own body?
What's the point? You can't even record your observations.
What? Oh, shit. You have a point. So you will help me. Please stay next to me over the entire period of decomposition and keep track of the progress. You will manage. It won't take long. It will take 535 to 650 days in current conditions.
Fine. I'll go get my notepad.
Oh, Kartoffelkopf! You made me lose my concentration. Let's start again.
Yeah, I'm alright, thanks. Okay, there's a lot of bodies in here. A lot of notes as well. Big plot dump.
Swab. Focus. Keep an eye on that incision.
Okay, okay.
Focus. Shit. Pressure on it, now! The polymer wasn't absorbed by the tissue again, so it created a pathological cavity. There are nodules like this all over his body. What do those heartless animals want from people, huh?
You may be right, comrades. But that is not your concern. Do your jobs. Private, bring in the next one.
Yes, Comrade Colonel.
The polymer needs to be absorbed. And if it's not, save whoever you can. And clean this place up.
It is a bit of a mess. Comrade House. A patient came here from Vavilov today. The guys and I were betting on whether or not the diagnostic folks would pick her. All the information about her is top secret. You're gonna love it. Nelyalova. Fuck me, that is a mouthful. 24. Nervous system extensively afflicted by unnatural toxins. Progressive degeneration of muscle tissue. Difficulty breathing. Coma. Furman, if you lose a battle of booze on this one, I obviously won't be able to deny myself the pleasure of taking someone else on. Anyway, Nelyalova's a goner, and it's actually because of you. But don't be too hard on yourself. You knew what you were signing up for. Are you stupid or something, Furman? A person is dying. Get me the intake evaluation right away. Don't write me excited little notes about how you want to win a bet. You're a doctor, not a bookie, damn you. Sounds like there might be one half-decent person there. I've got bad news, Furman. Pavlov just sent us a message saying that you have a small dick. It also says that the Nelyalov case needs to be moved to the underground labs. The poor guy is their problem now. It's an important and unique case, and they say we aren't up to the task. Make a note. Slowed speech and mild dementia observed. Nothing found in the blood so far. I won't let those fuckers take my patient. How about a little breaking and entering, Furman? You with me? Are you out of your mind, Grigori? Pavlov is a very secure facility. Everything that goes there comes back in a black bag, or it's come back here and dies on the operating table. They already took a Nelyalova, and they're about to take Nelia. Oh God, stop making me say these fucking surnames! Couldn't stop them even if we had the slightest hope of treating the poor bastards, breaking into a heavily armed complex to save 2 lives. I'm in. Oh. Maybe they weren't so bad. Or maybe they had a change of heart. Oh, here we go. 17-year loading screen now.
Charles, what is this place? I mean, what is this complex even for?
The Pavlov complex is the origin of all of Facility 3826's biological innovations. Unique experiments are conducted here, involving everything from breeding new species of farm animals to developing new space exploration technology.
Outer space? You mean they make moon rovers here, non-Chelome?
Space exploration is about more than just vehicles. A spaceship and rovers will of course be required. But what then? What about after humans reach the Red Planet?
You mean they breed animals from Mars here?
Among other things, yes. In addition to breeding new species of animals suitable for Martian conditions, Soviet science is looking for ways to bolster man's ability to exist on Mars.
So what, they're gonna give us gills so we can swim in gas oceans?
Gas oceans are on Jupiter, Major. Mars features low temperatures and lethal hurricanes. But you're basically correct. The capabilities of your species have yet to be fully studied.
So the latest medical breakthroughs, new life support systems, all came from here.
Indeed, Comrade Major.
So many geniuses worked here for the good of all mankind. And now they're gone.
I wonder how they came up with all these evolutions.
Saving data.
So, what will it be, Major?
How are we doing with, I forget where we are upgrade-wise. Cuts. Yeah, nothing there really.
Access granted.
I still don't know if I want to put any more points into polymeric jet. I need to try it a little bit more, I think. Oh wait, was that not... Is that not installed? Yeah, it is. Oh shit, wrong button. Yeah, energy management, I think I've just about done everything I want to there. Yeah, I think ranged attack. Well, maybe that one. Depends if I use the railgun or not. Could do the shield. The telekinesis one could be fun. We've got frostbite. Might put some points into that. See how that is. Let's see. Neutralizes incoming fire damage. Speeds up cryopolymer discharge to freeze enemies quicker. Cone-shaped area. Deals down extra damage. Oh yeah, one that uses... No, I don't want to use health instead. Additional damage when the freeze effect ends. Increased loot. Ooh, okay. Okay, yeah, we'll go that way. I love loot. Who doesn't like loot?
Saving data.
Freeze your enemies to slow them down for a while. Remember, a frozen enemy only takes a portion of the damage from your attacks and thaws out more quickly with each hit it takes. Alright, so it's not... It actually takes less damage. That's not great. Right, it wants me to go down, so we'll move around here. Good music. Oh, that's a big boy down there. Very nice. This thing is fucking lethal. so many enemies. I really hope it hasn't changed the difficulty back down again. Oh, we got stuck in the wall. Another one upstairs. Very nice. Yeah, this thing is insane. See, Reese, the only thing is, the other song that we thought was Mick Gordon, for sure, was actually not Mick Gordon. So I'm not sure now. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, that was cool. That was an accident, but I'll take it. Come on, die, will you?
You're going straight to the junk heap.
Oh, I think I'm getting electrocuted from the floor. Bloody hell, is that it? The music seems to suggest so. Alright, let's hoover all the loot up.
Never ends. Death everywhere. Nothing but death. The launch can't happen. It can't. I'd rather be nowhere. I'm never getting out of here. I don't want to become nothing. Polymers aren't what you think. They're not for what you think is right. Collective doesn't exist. The thing that exists isn't collective. What's that? No, get out of here! You stupid doll! I don't want you to put that poison in me!
Sounds like a bad time. Oh no, they're all in there. This mace is super satisfying. Yeah, I think this is just all loot down here. Oh, is it all the... Ah, some of it's like despawned. I think. What a load of bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. I think the ice seems pretty good so far. Is there more? Oh, there is. Get out of here. Guys, so many of these here.
I'm here, honey. I'll be with you. Whatever it takes.
This whole place seems like a real bad time. Oh, is there another one in the floor? There is. Okay. Let's grab all the stuff from upstairs first. Ugh. Right, time to tidy this place up. Might have to try the... Oh, really? Oh. There's a little secret there. I'm not really feeling the polymer one. I don't know what it's good for. It's not fully upgraded, but it doesn't seem to be really doing anything. It's meant to enhance the damage, but I'm not really seeing it so far. Oh, is that another one? Ah, all the data is being deleted. In the event of an emergency or potential information leak, all stored data must be deleted. Okay, war crimes. I mean, we knew it, but definitely war crimes. Oh, is this the only way to get into this other room? Oh, Shaggy! Raggy! Oh no! Oh, is that it? See, this is one of those things where, like, okay, so I've got the secret here now. Just let me like unbarricade this so I can go out that way instead of having to go all the way through the fucking vent again. I'm assuming you're not going to let me do that, are you? No. Okay, fucking hell. Well, gee, Scoob. I'm not sure if Shaggy and Scooby would be investigating war crimes, to be fair. I'm not sure if it's their field of expertise. Oh, we're slowly getting there. And there's a bunch of shit in there. Hang on. Where do these ones go? Oh, is this just going to the same room? Yeah. Yeah.
Saving data.
Access granted.
Yeah, can I get all the yeah, because the jet is like fixed duration. Can I get all of the materials back for this? Let's see, 231, 270. Okay, so it is giving me back all of the materials. Yeah, I'm going to take that one off. I'm going to try mass telekinesis instead, I think. Character, I've got everything that I really want. Oh, wait. That's not an extra one, is it? No. Shock is maxed out. Energy management's basically where I want it to be. Yeah, let's try this. Then what do we want? Neurokinetic unit can now accelerate dropped enemies, causing them to take damage when they fall. That sounds good. Increase the power, allowing to lift heavyweight enemies. Reduce the cooldown. Drains energy from enemies gripped to restore circulation chambers, recirculation chambers power. Okay. Per second damage. You can use the ability in increase the duration. Yeah, that one sounds... Oh, we haven't got enough for that one. Oh, I need to install it as well. Okay.
Authorization. Major.
Cineworld announced today they're going to have to file bankruptcy. Didn't they nearly go through it already? Because they're owned by an American company, aren't they? So is it the American branch that is going bankrupt? Well, Reese, it's time to get in there. There's a gap in the market. All right, can I upgrade this anymore? Boosts the amount of energy recovered by attacks. Accelerates attacks after killing an enemy. That would be useful. What's the reverse shot one again? Alright. I'm pretty happy with that. I think Electro that's fully upgraded now. Kalashnikov, I need the magazine. Yeah, we're looking pretty good.
Saving data.
Haven't even got everything yet. Give it to me. Let's do it. Hey Skip, bring back the cinemas that show dirty flicks instead. I can't even imagine how those cinema screens must have smelt. Like, you think cinema floors are sticky right now? Just imagine what they were like back then. Another one of those.
You're incredible, Professor. Your calculations and solutions are so elegant and logical. Your work on mimetic polymer adaptation is an amazing contribution to science.
Thank you very much, but it was really a team effort. I'm sorry, who are you?
Ivan Bikov, junior lab assistant at the Pavlov complex. I work in the archives, but my dream is to work under you.
Dream?
I'm a huge fan of your work.
Well, your passion is commendable, although it is frankly a little concerning. The polymers are a quickly evolving scientific field with amazing potential, but I'm afraid passion alone won't be enough to advance it. Let's talk again in a month or so and see what we can do. For now, please excuse me. Science calls.
A month? But I don't have a month.
Oh no.
You'll hear about me, Professor. You can bet on it.
Oh, I thought he was dying. There you go. Thanks, Reese. Let's see. Said that none of the potential suitors were willing to pay in... Oh, hang on. Oh, hello. Give me a sec. That's relatively useful. Oh, there's a code somewhere. Damn. That could be potentially difficult to find. Said none of the potential suitors are willing to pay in cash the $5 billion in debt that Cineworld owes. They're going to look into something called an equity swap. Is it Cineworld that owns it, owes the money, Reese, or is it the parent company? Reese. Ugh. Yeah, and the janitor at a place like that would need to be paid quite a lot, I think. To be fair, I think I can give you a VIP now. How do you VIP again? It's been a long time. There you go. I don't know how many spaces I've got left. No, Cineworld is not the parent company. I think there's a company above that in America which owns Cineworld itself, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong. Data is all deleted. Shit. Where's this password gonna be? There's got to be some juicy loot in there, surely. Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. I'm sure I read that, though. Oh, man, there's some good loot in there. And another terminal as well. Alright, I have to keep an eye out for that. I didn't spot any downstairs. Why are you moving? Let's head on and see if anything pops up. Oh, Skit, that's the worst, dude. I did that the other week. It was dreadful trying to get it back to normal.
Saving data.
Oh, good, we got robots trying to clothesline us. Oh, maybe they can take out these chaps.
Fuck off, you prick!
Come on, guys. Really? It's gonna be like that, is it? That particular guy was just really good at dodging. Oh, he's freaking out. Yeah! Well done. That was very well done. Now don't hit me, please. I should let them grab the corpses, really, for maximum loot. So I think I get a little bit more from them if I let them transform someone. Showing off the new dance he learned. Murder on the dance floor.
Tell me, Comrade Major, based on your professional and personal experience, would our civilian robots in combat mode really be able to complete the Atomic Heart project?
Yeah, they could do it no problem. If there were plenty of bots at all the military bases, headquarters, and launch sites, and nobody expected them to attack, they could take the American military by surprise. Just like they did to the soldiers here.
What a shame. The world just recovered from a war. And now there will be another.
Well, it's not really so bad if you think about it.
What do you mean, Comrade Major?
If Comrade Sechenov and the Politburo want to take over the US and even the whole world, they won't fight regular people.
But civilians do perish during combat operations. You know all about that.
If the robots are programmed not to kill civilians, they won't attack civilians. You're a robot, Charles. You should know all about that.
I'm a robot? In a sense, I suppose you're right. A robotic glove?
What? Neuropolymer gloves won't take orders from Collective?
It depends on the glove. Some will, and some will only be able to obey their carriers. I digress. Civilian robots will receive the order to activate combat mode from Collective, and whoever sets Collective's policies will easily be able to order them to kill anyone at all, including civilians.
Why would they kill civvies? They're regular workers, farmers, scientists. Shit. So that's what they want the rings for.
And what's that?
You can take your thought device off and disconnect from Collective, but a bot can't, can it? That means your own robot housekeeper will drag your ass back into Collective at the drop of a hat. They want the rings to put on their own robots, so they'll only listen to them.
Correct.
I'm looking for this password. I don't want to progress too far. I thought that might have been it there. It's not that kind of password. Sadly. Alright, so it doesn't seem to be downstairs. Yeah, so you have to press the buttons in a certain order. No, they still haven't fixed the fucking frame rate, have they? In this? All these patches. They've been relatively obvious, like where they've been so far, but I just want to make sure it isn't here before I move on. And no, I do not think so. What's that horrible noise? Probably whatever's making that noise. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not here. Yeah, I can't see anything. Yeah, so the password's like this. Skip. So you have to press the buttons in a certain order. So there's no real way to guess it, honestly. Oh, it wouldn't be in the room, would it? They've not like chucked it in there for me to find. No. Okay, well I'll just have to progress and hope that it's somewhere on the way. Just in case it's like a blueprint or something.
Saving data.
I looked at that. So I can get back up here, so that's not a problem. I don't know if there was a bit of damage over time there. Oh, it might have been the poison damage. Yeah. Nope. All right, I think we got most of them. Try and keep an eye out for a password, guys. It will look like a little circle type thing with dots on it, but more than one, I would like to hope. I mean, it could be one of those things that I just completely overlook. Does that not actually do anything? Yeah, it's not there either. Now, I guess that must have opened something. Oh. It's full of water. Alright, I mean, it's still a way of getting back. So far, at least. Frame rate, please! What is going on? Uh-oh, game saved. Nice pants. I'll let them all get up so I could get maximum loot. Whoa! Could be a mistake, but I need loot. Okay, the ice is pretty good. Pretty damn good.
Oh shit. What's capable of this kind of brutality? This poor lady.
You are expressing sympathy for a corpse, Major.
It's a woman's mutilated body. You had sympathy for people just a little while ago.
This person is dead, Comrade Major. Make sure your weakness for women doesn't come back to bite your ass later.
Something's definitely wrong with you, Charles. I'm gonna ask Sechenov to calibrate you.
This is where they created that other thing then. Oh, did we not get everything? Batter up. All right, I think that's most of it. That's more of these arseholes. I get the feeling I'm going to have to fight more than one of those at a time. Right, again, still haven't seen any passwords anywhere. Yeah, this is pretty grim. More loot in the floor. I wonder if this is like the failed experiments. I definitely can't get in over there, can I? Must have to go through another... Yeah. Must have to go through though over there. Processed animals. Comrade Reshotnikov, the polymer samples we've been getting from Vavilov are totally unacceptable. Oh god, I can't talk now. Did you guys fuck them all up or something? I get that this isn't your area of expertise, but how can you have so little respect for your comrades' work? We'll ignore it this month and close out the books for May, but in June we need animals that have been processed by the numbers. Otherwise I'll have to get in touch with management. The pipeline between Vavilov and Pavlov wasn't built for pumping shit. And more stuff deleted. Oh, I need a key. Incoming boss, do we think? Feels like it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's a lift going up.
Saving data.
I just want to know if that password is, if it's here or not. I'm not really using the telekinesis either, really. Still. Might put it into cryojet instead. Or should I just max this out? Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go for that. For a goo girl. Heaven forbid this game gives us something else to fuck. There's enough. There's enough. We don't need more.
Saving data.
We have a body.
A complaint. Listen, I am filing a complaint.
About what?
About your Stockhausen's disgusting behavior. I was injured, but could have been saved. I was bleeding out and begged him for help, but that Stock of yours, and I know you're calling him that ironically, just passed me by. He asked one of these robot ballerinas to step in my throat so that I'd stop making noise, and I died.
Stock really is a piece of shit, isn't he?
Precisely. Precisely, my dear fellow. I ask you to bring this matter to light. Please air the issue with your superiors. It's just shameful. I'm not asking for myself. It's too late for me. But it is the matter of the facility's reputation. He is the assistant chief administrator, after all.
I can deal with that.
Is there actually any character in this that isn't a fucking complete scumbag so far? Maybe Granny?
This is truly a magical land filled with strange visions and fanciful characters. A land of incredible emotion and total freedom. It is a land where you know everything and can't make heads or tails of any of it. There's no worry, no anxiety. This is our gift to you, soldier, and needless to say, it will extend your life. A life of combat and violence. Poor fellow.
Is he talking about
The
us?
device. The brain is ready for the implant.
Yeah, it must be. Right. Just gonna have to hope that this is gonna loop round and I'll find... I hate missing loot. I should be able to come back. What is this green shit on the screen? Oh, what is that? Oh, good. Is that the usual stuff?
And now you're gone, Professor. What have you done?
Oh, good.
I was supposed to learn from you, but all I ever got from you was scorn. My self-worth all depended on you, and now? Well, I've still got bullets. I can still fight my way through science. And I stole the box from your office with your favorite music inside. Just so I don't forget, I hid the music box in the safe. The one with the positive password, not the negative one. What will I ever accomplish if I can't even keep a couple of safes straight? The dog. The dog has the positive one.
This music, man. I'm stuck.
Did I do that?
I love this QT, I really do. Man, this music's great. Ding, 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 ding. Did I miss anything upstairs? No. Oh. No. Yeah, still no password. Oh yeah, I forgot to check the difficulty. Still on. Yeah, still on Armageddon. Good. Yeah, I wonder. I suppose they've been pretty straightforward so far. It's just been a piece of paper with the password on it. I got taken out straight away. How unfortunate. Beep beep. Beep beep. Beep beep. You mentioned something about the dog having the password. Oh, I must have missed that. Okay, I think I've nearly got everything here. I mean, I trust you. Was that when was that when I was just fighting that thing? Like the one I picked up then? So I definitely didn't hear all that.
What's this place, Charles? A morgue?
Indeed. The bodies of the dead are kept here for further study.
What do you mean, the dead? There are bodies all over the place. Where'd these come from? There are dozens of them, and most of them are young.
These are the bodies of volunteers who died in dangerous human experiments.
Holy fuck. I mean, I get that there are certain experiments that can't be performed on mice or pigs or whatever, so they need living people, but so many. This is completely fucked up.
Unfortunately, things don't always go smoothly in science. Sometimes volunteers die. The sub-basement exists so that their deaths will not be in vain. Their bodies are studied to prevent this from happening again.
Screw your sometimes. Couldn't they just use the condemned on death row for this? But even that's...
Not all experiments can be performed on the dregs of society. Some important and secret projects require psychologically healthy volunteers. And sometimes, these experiments can have tragic outcomes.
What could be more tragic?
Believe me, Comrade Major, there are things that are far worse than what you see here.
Oh, I can imagine.
The deaths of volunteers can lead to a breakthrough that saves millions of lives. This was how the vaccine against the brown plague was developed.
Let's keep going. This has to end. Now.
Whee! I thought there'd be a bit more than that. There you go, that's what you want. Yeah, a few more mats. He said it's in the positive safe, not the negative safe. The dog has the positive password or something. Right, okay. Don't think I've seen anything that's even remotely like a dog so far.
Hey, young man, wait, please.
If you want me to help you,
No, no. I want you to help all mankind.
that's what I'm trying to do.
No, no, no. Let's not waste time, okay? There's barely anything left of me. Look, I did the analysis. I did all the calculations. This neural network echo that allows the dead to talk. It's the key to immortality.
But how? This is just residual emotions.
Not quite. I just developed a neural network method for polymer self-adaptation in the head. We can prevent the consciousness from fading and use its impulses to direct machine parts. Effectively, this will allow the transfer of a human mind into the machine, rendering it immortal.
So, what do I need?
Here goes. Turns out it's really simple. Have you got a pen? I didn't expect it to be so easy. When thoughts are the only things you have, oh my, they become so clear and flow so very smooth.
Don't leave me hanging. Charles, record what she says.
Yes, I'm fading. Begin by taking a simple Soviet, available in every home.
Hey, lady, you there?
I'm afraid that's it, Major. The neuropolymer charge is exhausted. Although she was on the verge of a breakthrough.
Damn, talk about brain drain.
Of course. Good evening, John. Easy peasy. Oh, we're here again now. Get in the bin. I managed to get the last train back. So I think I got back about just before 1 or something. Did you guys get back okay? Okay. Good. I felt a little bit pissed this morning. Not too bad though. Do I have enough for that last upgrade? For energy management. I do not. Not too far off though. Ah, there's fuckers fixing these things, isn't there? Hang on. Oh good, I'm stuck again. Ow. Okay. Could have been worse. Oh, it's another of those big ones over there. Oh, you are not gonna fucking fix those things. Get right in the bin. Gotcha. Felt rubbish all day, not hangover, just so lethargic. Ah, it's Sundays, isn't it? Good night, though, John. It was great to see you yesterday. Very lovely. My God, so many of the fucking things. Okay. I think that's it. Still no sign of dogs, right? This guy's just having the time of his life. Just wonder if it'd be like a poster or something. Getting quite far away from the spot I meant to be, though. Which isn't too much of a problem if I end up, like, leaving from the same place. What's that? Ah, some milk. Hell yeah. Oh, good. Another one of these.
Alexandra, could I have some chicken Kiev and mashed potatoes, please? Oh, and a pickle. Just one.
Okay. Is there a reference I missed there? There's more loot in the floor. I like these slides. That's something they should put into everyday life. Or else there'll be a way back down here. Can't get up there, can I? He's got quite a strange jump. Our main character. There you go. Oh, there's not actually anything up here. Ooh. Maybe I could get up there. Ha! Very good, Reese. Very good. Oh, that didn't look right at all. I don't think I... Oh. Well, okay. Okay, fine. Just decided to close for no reason. Hello, sir.
This is fucked. Sechenov is a decent guy. How could he let this happen? An
Oh.
army of bots, killer mutants, thousands of innocent victims. No matter how you slice it, the facility's to blame. Even without Petrov, this place has issues, to say nothing of Collective 2.0. Seriously, I gotta wrap this up and retire. Maybe even get married. What? Nah, fuck that.
Your negative brain activity is generating unpleasant artifacts in my phone.
I told you to stay out of my head, Charles. Get to work. Set me a fucking waypoint, damn it. How do you like that, gearhead?
Very nice. I remember, like, I have got to give this game one thing. The scaling in terms of power seems pretty good so far. I know part of it's going to be, like, just me getting more used to combat as well, but...
Access granted.
Yeah, that feels pretty good. Right, that's maxed out. Just start going into cryo a bit more. Oh, Christ. Come on over. All right, fine. Oh, I actually need some healing. Quite badly. What was that noise? Gee, I better go down to the save room and clear my inventory out, I think. I think that's the problem. I'm not picking any new ones up. I think they're all just going straight into
the desired procedure.
Straight into horny fridge. Yeah, I've just got like 20 billion bullets. Which I'm not using at all. Oh, I keep snapping to the top. All right, let's bring some heals across. Wow, that's like a billion shotgun shells. I should probably use some of my guns a bit more. How many heals I've got? I'll just grab a couple so I can heal up as well. No guns, only melee. Yeah, I need to move yellow across. Alright, so that's our shortcut back.
Help! Help me! I'm dying!
I've got bad news for you, comrade.
You're dead, mate.
Nonsense. Can't you see I'm bleeding out? This complex is full of medical supplies. Just get me a first aid kit. I'm a doctor. I'll be able to help myself.
So try to match the amount of time that's passed with how you're feeling. You're a doctor. What does 2 and 2 add up to?
Am I really dead? But
Oh no.
it must be these fucking vaccines, correct? I got imprinted on the neural net as a residual echo.
Oh, right. I thought she was doubting vaccines there for a second.
Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry.
Forgive me. Would you mind leaving me then? Please?
Right, any other little bits to find? Still nothing about a dog. From what I've been able to see. Now, well, these were pointless. Something over that side, though.
Lena, are you coming to lunch today? They're serving Leningrad salad and sturgeon. Oh, it is going to be amazing.
Sure, Simeon. I just need to finish up here first. I've got a lot of butchering to do today. 5 more carcasses. There's 2 pigs, a sheep, and 2 old folks, a man and a woman. The old
Wow.
guy should just take a second, but you go on ahead. I'll be there in 40 minutes or so.
So matter of fact. Hmm. There you go. They're going to do one of those where it has like 3 doodahs on it. Take Victor's head to the complex lab. Alright, it's not really showing anything here. Oh boy, look at all this shit. This can't be good. You know what? I'm going to go back and save. Just in case. Because that definitely looks like a boss area. Fucking hospitals, man. They're so creepy.
Saving data.
Very scary. Obviously, most hospitals don't look like this.
Look at the size of that fucking thing. What is it?
The experiments here involve the creation of neuropolymer endoskeletons
Oh, there's the dog.
for various animals. The goal is to allow them to live in hostile conditions on the outer planets of the solar system.
Endoskeletons. That thing isn't gonna attack us, is it? It's huge.
The specimens here currently lack any neuropolymer brain tissue structure. They are nothing but polymer bodies at this time. They cannot move.
Still, they're freaking massive. Are they for planets with low gravity?
Some are, while others are for planets with high gravity. Research is being conducted for all scenarios. In one of the vats, you can even see attempts to breed an organism capable of living in the oceans of Jupiter.
Shit is that? That pig. That's a bear.
We had to take Bikov out. The damn janitor started shooting up the lab. It's a good thing the corrections team got there in time. He left a whole bunch of safes in there. Whose music box is this?
So this thing is supposed to live on Jupiter.
One day, we certainly hope to create a life form that will be capable.
What's this thing? A jellyfish?
The species represents a complex symbiosis between a jellyfish and a coral polyp. It has no clearly defined external shape, but it is assumed that the organism will configure its body independently based on its environment.
We can achieve so much by putting science first. Maybe Dr. Sechenov is right. People will be better off in collective than shooting holes in each other over some national border or something.
Are you sure about that, Comrade Major?
About shooting? Absolutely.
We've got a deer. Is that a cow? It's hard to tell. Glove seems to like being devil's advocate in this. Are you sure about that?
Saving data.
I never expected to see Victor like this, in these circumstances. We used to be thick as thieves, you know? But Victor made too many bad calls. Now look at him. Thanks to Dr. Sechenov's brilliance, we don't have to lose all of Petrov's knowledge. We'll be able to return the robots to their previous state once the simulation
He's already dead, you creep! Keep your hands off him!
Grenade!
I guess the machine's probably quite loud. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're going back into our brain again. Our mind palace. Looks like it. Oh, by the way, collecting all those apples was an achievement in the previous one.
Establishing connection.
The professor says you haven't slept in 3 days. I don't wanna. Sleeping pills, bottle of vodka.
Why not both at the same time, huh? You know I don't like this. My brain's a fortress.
You know, when I was a boy, my brother was in the dark, so my mother left the light. It helped him. I hated it. The light interfered with my imagination. I didn't like children's books for the same reason. All those colorful pictures.
They were real.
Exactly. The books in my father's library were interesting. History. Theoretical physics. Science doesn't try to make the world safer or prettier. It doesn't know us. It just gives us the facts. So, I knew what I had to train for. And I made another discovery. A monster in the dark behaves predictably. It can be studied. A monster in the light wears a mask and is therefore unpredictable.
Which makes it dangerous.
Very much.
Attacking me.
Moreover, the light understand, my boy?
More or less.
May I turn out the light?
Yeah.
Reconstructing illumination.
Okay, we've got impossible space, which is always fun. Annihilation, Reese. Is that a film or? I don't think I've heard of that. Oh. So we're back here. I just guess I'll just go in order. That'd be why there's chickens. Does this turn into Inception? We're still furry. Oh. I'll go there. I assume I can't jump on these. No, I can. Okay, that's cool, man. Yeah, I don't think I've seen it. The name rings a bell, but it's like it sounds like a fairly generic name, doesn't it?
Wake up. Hurry. Wake up.
Son of a bitch. What the... Charles, where's Larissa?
She hid before the explosion.
So what happened to Stuck?
Stockhausen was knocked into a vat of polymer by the explosion and is now deceased.
You hypocrite. I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. Some doctor you are, you grenade-tossing bitch.
Petrov and Filatova are cut from the same cloth. There can be no doubt about that.
Whatever. We gotta find a way out.
He's looking like he's seen better days. Yeah, there's nothing in here, is there?
Major, you alive?
No, I got killed by a grenade.
I'm so sorry that happened. I didn't want any of this, but none of it matters right now.
So what does matter, you crispy-ass critter?
We have to meet. You need to see this with your own eyes. I'll show you everything.
What do you mean by everything?
You trust Sechenov too much, but he's keeping you in the dark. You have no idea what's really going on. You need to see it with your own eyes or you're not gonna believe it.
You got that right. I have no fucking idea what's going on.
You will understand when you see it. I have proof. I'll be waiting in the Academy of Consequences. The entrance is inside the lighthouse. Trust nobody.
I don't.
The Academy of Consequences. Is that just prison? Doesn't look like I'm finding this password, by the way. Might have to cheat.
Saving data.
Access granted.
Right, how much polymer do I have? I don't think it was a lot, was there? Yeah. Why not? And then this. Increase enemy knockdown time. What was the other one? Charge damage, reduce energy consumption. Restores health for every opponent killed. I think I've got that though. So the thing is actually that this might be better because it needed an extra part to be able to be found. Let's try. I'll try it out. Reverse shot. Yes. Just give it a go. Oh, so that actually uses energy. That's the only problem. I'll give it a whirl though.
Yeah.
I must insist that you destroy the beta connectors.
Why do you have a bug up your ass about those rings, Charles?
You said you would make a decision about the rings when the time was right. The time is now.
I don't have time for this.
Yes, you do, Comrade Major. Otherwise, it will be too late.
Fuck off already, Charles. There are bodies everywhere. A crazy doctor with a grenade killed Stock, and the only way out of this is through a wall of bots. Who the fuck cares about the damn rings?
Stop calling them rings, Major. You need to learn to think before you speak, not after. They are beta connectors, and they will enable 2 robot assassins to be free of any control other than that of their bloodthirsty master. Do you want more deaths on your conscience?
What bloodthirsty master are you talking about? I've got the rings, and I'm not gonna put them on any fucking robots.
And how long will they remain in your possession, Major?
As long as I'm still breathing, and there's still time left.
Time's up. The procedure for assimilating Petrov's head has begun. Sechenov will return the robots to their normal state, and then he will recall you. When you return, he will take the rings.
Fuck, why?
All items in your possession are recorded in my log. I cannot erase it. Only Sechenov has access. The first thing he will do is review the log. He wants the beta connectors.
Apparently everybody wants them. Why? Does everybody want personal bot assassins?
Think, Major. Who has asked you about the beta connectors? Sechenov with his metal twins? Stockhausen, Sechenov's right-hand lickspittle? Granny Zena, a secret double agent whose affiliation remains completely unknown? Or would you like to fulfill Petrov's dying wish and give Filatova the connectors?
What the hell is going on? Am I the...
Oh shit.
Did that crazy-ass pump thing kill that whale?
I hate it when they... I really hate it when they do that. Like, I figured that, considering how long that went on for, they were going to give us enough time to hear that entire speech.
Latest design in the field of biomechanics. Simply, it is a hydraulic pump.
Isn't that what I just said?
Okay, that's pretty strong. I get the energy back from melee quite quickly. Oh, good. Turn into Nia now.
Hold this for me, would you?
It's worth using a bit of ammo there. It was resistant to everything. Very nice. Yeah, I really, really hate it when they do that with when they've got some chatting going on. Because, like, you know, most people aren't going to stand around. I was standing around as long as possible, but I figured because we were walking up to this, I'd have time to hear it all out, but yeah, very annoying. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I mean, we got the basic gist of it. There probably wasn't a lot left, but oh, fuck off, would you? It's fucking jumping in this sometimes.
Whoa, that thing was dangerous. I didn't know if I could handle it.
And there are much more powerful robots out there. Real combat robots are far deadlier.
There aren't any combat bots here.
Not yet, but once Collective launches, they will be everywhere. And 2 of them will be equipped with beta connectors. Do you have any idea how much blood will be spilled because of one person's private ambitions?
You in the rings are driving me nuts. When are you assholes gonna stop trying to pull my strings? Done. Happy now?
Good decision, Comrade Major. I have no doubt that it saved lives. Perhaps many more than I can imagine.
Let's hope so.
Wasn't really destroying them, was it? The special move on this seems pretty good, by the way, even if it does use a lot of energy up.
crap, what a surprise. Why'd they freeze up?
The access code has been successfully extracted from Petrov's neuropolymer memory. Combat mode has been disabled, and the robots have returned to their normal status. Well done, my boy. Everyone who was able to hide and survive owes you their lives. You've done me proud.
Thank you, sir. What now?
Come back to Chelome, get a checkup, and take some leave. You've earned it. I'll deal with the fallout from this mess.
Roger that. I'm on my way.
You didn't tell Sechenov about Filatova. Are you still planning to meet with her?
I want to see this evidence she says is so important.
Dr. Sechenov isn't going to like it, you know.
So don't tell him.
I wonder if there's different endings for this. Just make sure there's nothing around here. No.
Think we should head upstairs?
I wondered if they might hide something around the bottom there.
A lighthouse, huh? So where is she? Larissa! Freaking critters, you around here somewhere?
I do not detect anyone in the vicinity.
Let's take a look around. She's gotta be here.
Do you trust Dr. Filatova?
I don't trust anyone. But she's got something important to tell me. And I'm sure Dr. Sechenov is hiding something.
Has Dr. Sechenov ever told you about his plans?
Not really. I mean, he's never really had to, but now this whole thing with Petrov, Jellyman killed Stock and the boss didn't even bat an eye. Is the launch of Collective really so important he can't even delay it out of respect for the dead?
I have no data on this topic, Comrade Major.
No data, huh? Well, I don't have any data either. So let's go get some.
When they told me that my lighthouse was gonna be ripped out of the ground and brought from Sakhalin to Kazakhstan by the robots, I figured they were drunk. But nope. It's thousands of kilometers away from the ocean now. Like a museum exhibit. And I'm here too. Like another exhibit. Now sure, I got a raise. Sure, I barely have to do any work. The machines do everything. Lighthouse and I are just a confirmation that humanity can do whatever it wants. But what the fuck are they guarding with all those flying guns everywhere? Huh?
There's a box outside. Oh. So there's a box outside here. This could be a bad idea. Ah, fuck it. Can he be asked? Going down or up? Down. So I'm going to go up. Were you proud of me for using a gun there? In that fight. It felt weird. Seem pretty strong as well. To be fair, it is like basically fully upgraded power wise, I think.
What do we have here? A chair and a TV? This isn't what I was expecting.
What were you expecting? I suspected this room has a specific function.
Like removing our brainwash, maybe? Gonna get strapped in. Or that.
I believe that the unscheduled acceleration was caused by the elevator access system being hacked. Otherwise, Dr. Filatova would not have been able to initiate it.
So she hacked the system.
Now it's Bioshock.
Kinda like how all these poor bastards got hacked to bits. So that's Neptune, huh? Looks nice. Actually, it looks amazing. A rapture. I wouldn't mind spending
a
some time
rapture.
there myself. But I can't even imagine what's going on there right now.
Comrade Sechenov asked you to return to Chelomey. How will you explain this delay?
We can deal with that. Let's talk to the doc first. But if she tries to take off again, she's gonna regret it. I'm sick of playing cat and mouse with her.
Yeah, a little bit. Does rapture in this case mean something like that though?
What are we doing here? What do you want?
Just hear me out, P3. Let me try to give you a different perspective, and then you can decide how to handle things. Do you know how Sechenov is planning to use Collective? What he's going to do with it?
After Collective launches, people will be able to control robots with their minds, and they won't be able to stab each other in the back anymore. Sounds nice.
I used to think that way too, but that's not how things really are. Collective isn't just about controlling robots. Sechenov will be able to control everyone who's a part of Collective. Collective is diabolical, Nechayev. It's even worse than slavery.
Bullshit. It's just the same old chain of command, but on a virtual network. What's so awful about that?
Come on, see for yourself.
So it's going to be he can control anyone that's got the polymer injection, right? Yeah, I mean, this is the first alive woman we've seen, isn't it? I think.
I've got questions. Where are we?
This is the Academy of Consequences, the facility's memory, analytics center, and primary archive. The activities of all the other complexes are studied here in order to draw conclusions and generate probability matrices.
Get to the point.
The Academy has a number of interesting departments. For example, there's the Radio of the Future. By mathematically combining shortwave and quantum echoes, we can predict the music people will be listening to 50 or even 80 years into the future. But there's another very special department here called Polymerized Subject Behavioral Psychology. They're supposed to be volunteers, but...
How'd you get in here? Why didn't the Drofus stop you?
I work here. Well, I used to. Only Sechenov can revoke my access. And he's got his hands full right now. And I'm no threat to him.
Get to the point. And no more grenades or other bullshit. Any funny business at all and I'll kill you. This is your last warning.
Sure, fine. Come on, I won't waste your time.
Okay, lead on.
Give me loot. There's like none here so far.
Well, are you ready? Disable polarization.
The fuck is this place? A haunted house or something?
It's a tomb of the mind. The volunteers who lay the foundation for Collective. The first few groups of subjects all died. Group 30 went insane. Group 73 killed themselves. Group 101 killed each other. Group 204 was the most successful. They all survived. Their consciousness is now in an imaginary world. We call it Limbo. And their bodies are here, under my complete control. Want me to make them do something?
Why?
To show that I'm not lying?
Whatever. Line them up.
Keep going.
The fat guy. Tell him to jump. He could use it.
Just him? Why don't I make them all jump? After all, we all live in a communist society. Goddamn you, jump!
This is insane. Why do you people even do this shit? Fuck. Poor bastards.
No, that's where you're wrong. Chemically speaking, they're all perfectly happy. That's what Collective is all about. The entire world will be just like...
Why would
It's the
Fitz not
Matrix.
want to turn everyone into a bunch of idiots? Was he trying to make fun of the world by making people run around naked and act like animals?
No. We were able to prevent the degradation of individual consciousness. Memories, behavior, speech patterns are all preserved. But there's one thing they won't be able to avoid. The complete loss of their free will.
We gotta stop this.
Stop this. That's what Victor was trying to do. You got in his way, and now it's too late.
Your boyfriend lost his mind and killed people. He tried to tell me Sechenov wanted the robots to kill during the design phase. Why would Boss do that?
Why? Why did he design Collective to be a mind control system? Why does he need those special neurocontrollers? Sechenov wants to enslave the entire world. I'm sorry, but if you don't understand that, you're an idiot!
The boss would never do that.
He would, and he will. On Monday.
All this is really hard to swallow. But I'll help you. Whatever you're planning, I'm in.
You're willing to turn on Sechenov?
After what you just showed me? Yeah. I want to hear what he's got to say.
P1, P2, P3. Your mind is never free.
A man can be repaired.
What? What was that?
What's what?
Nothing. I'm just digesting what I saw.
Drugs.
Why did you help me?
Perhaps because I care. And besides, it's not about you. Well, not only you.
If you worked here, then why didn't you try to stop this?
I thought it was for the best. I thought it was for the good of the entire Soviet Union. But when I realized what was really going on, I had to bide my time, wait for the right moment. Victor and I risked everything and... you know the rest.
Fine, moving on.
The test subject is not leaving limbo. Inject
Hey, Major.
I'm fine. My head's been killing me lately. I've been seeing things. This is one hell of a job, let me tell you.
It won't hurt, Sergeant. You won't even remember a thing.
Hallucinations are serious business. Well, I am a neurosurgeon. I can probably help, if everything ends well.
No thanks. A little vacation will fix me right up. I mean, if this all ends well.
Fine.
Listen, about Victor,
What? Did you have no choice? You couldn't have acted differently? Will you now tell me that you're sorry? What?
I am sorry.
Well, I'm not. I should be, but Victor... No other outcome was possible. It wasn't even quite him at that point. I don't want to talk about it.
I just don't feel comfortable around these people.
Huh, well, just you wait. Soon this is gonna happen all over the Soviet Union, and later the whole world. Then you'll see all people stripped of their free will.
You know, free will doesn't guarantee that a person won't be a scumbag.
What? Are you justifying atrocities?
Atrocities? What atrocities? If they're volunteers, coming here was their choice. It's got nothing to do with me.
You're a monster.
Affirmative. That's enough. I'm too busy to chat right now.
Very well. Enjoy the view.
Fucking hell. Super brainwashed. Walk quicker. Loot. There's a PC there as well. Or whatever you want to call it. Alright, what have we got? Privilov to Deboltovskaya. Fucking hell, some of these I can't do these surnames, man. What the hell is going on? Ekaterina? Why won't the door take my password? Sort this out right away. I can't get to work. Comrade Sechenov, there was a fire in Comrade Zaharov's lab this morning. The professor was found dead in the medical lab. It was obvious that he had independently performed an unauthorized neurological procedure using controlled medical robots. His remains being analysed, awaiting your orders. Is he working on us? Let me click on it. Recording of a conversation between Dr. Sechenov, D. Sechenov and V. Petrov has been appended to this message at Stockhausen's request.
Comrade Sechenov, Collective's control interface has to be reconfigured so it can only control robots. I won't allow this device to be used to control human minds.
Victor, we're men of science. There's no room at the facility for emotions or politics. Follow your order.
Listen, Comrade Sechenov, I don't have a problem with a certain wise intellect setting the course for all mankind. What I do have a problem with is who you see in the role of Demiurge.
So this is about personal relations.
Well, whoever told you you were the worthiest of the worthy, huh? Who put you in charge of history? Do you think you're better than everyone else?
I see that all that romantic melodrama at the theater has had a real effect on you. Shall I assume you're refusing a direct order?
Yes, I am. Now what? Are you going to kill me?
Victor, I don't know what you think of me, but I would never stoop to something so, well, something so primitive.
And just get someone else to do it for you.
Resist, my darling. Resist.
Ah, fuck. I'm so sick of these goddamn hallucinations.
Do you see colorful spots before your eyes? Does your perception of the world change?
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what this shit is?
You were crossing into limbo, but it can't be stopped. How did you interrupt it?
I don't know. It's like that lump of polymer is calling out to me. A big, teardrop-shaped one. Right there, straight above us. Do you see it?
There's nothing there.
What do you mean? I'm looking right at it. Oh crap, now it's gone.
It's a hallucinatory reaction, a side effect of the surgery you underwent. The reaction of a damaged brain to the presence of a neuropolymer implant.
What are you even talking about? What implant?
Did Sechenov not tell you? So you don't know what's happening to you?
Charles, do you know what's happening with my head?
I am not detecting any internal changes, Major. But your Vossot polymer extension is clearly receiving an unidentified stream of external data.
What's that interface? Who are you talking to?
It's a chatting artificial librarian, an AI in my polymer glove. Doesn't matter. Charles, what are you talking about?
Charles?
Wait, Charles. What data? What Voskhod polymer extension?
The Voskhod polymer extension was developed using data from experiments conducted by Dmitri and myself.
What? Yourself? And why are you calling Dr. Sechenov Dmitri? Who are you?
Comrade Major, this will be difficult to explain. I am...
Charles! Why the fuck are you all staticky? What the hell is going on?
Keep it together, Major. If what I'm thinking is true,
sounds like
I
it.
should be able to access the archive right now. There will be records about you.
He said he had an accident, but they said that he couldn't have died as well, right?
State your name and personal access code.
Crispy critters.
Invalid name.
Fine, I'll hack in.
Not so fast. Name Cheriton Zaharov. Code Fluffy.
Code accepted. Access granted.
Charles, are you there?
Nothing?
Nothing. So, what is Charles then?
Long story short, your Charles is Professor Cheriton Zaharov.
Huh, that was short. So how could he be Zaharov?
Professor Zaharov was developing the collective subsystems and worked on the module. The one you have inside you. They told us he ran a number of experiments on himself. The result was disastrous and unpredictable.
On himself? Was he an idiot or something?
Oh, he certainly wasn't an idiot. Zaharov was a misanthrope obsessed with science. I don't think he cared about what happened to his body all that much.
So when did you realize that Charles is Zaharov?
Just about right now. When he went offline. I had no idea Sechenov had stashed his consciousness into your glove. It was the abbreviation Charles that tipped me off.
So Charles isn't a person anymore. Just a device.
I don't know, I guess he is. Except this device is based on the logical paradigm and experience of one of the brightest Soviet geniuses.
So why does Sechenov want him?
Because Sechenov never dismisses what he can use. It's easier for him to change everything to fit his needs. I guess you noticed this already. What's funny is that you seem to have made friends with your glove.
Well, we've been through a lot. I've got feelings, you know, being alive and all. So does he.
Did.
How can you talk about this so calmly?
To me, Cheriton Radionovich died a long time ago. I'm done mourning him. And besides, I'm a scientist. We're more impassionate towards death than to muddling one's brains.
So, how do we get in?
Only a small bunch of people have permanent access to the archive. Sechenov, Lebedev, the director of the Academy, and Zaharov. Like you reminded me.
Fluffy, huh? So what would we have done if the password hadn't worked?
I'm sure you would have smashed the door with your bare fists. But now Archivist thinks I am Dr. Zaharov, so we got lucky. And now we can learn everything about you. Let's go.
Welcome, Cheriton Zaharov. What is the subject of your query today?
Agent P3, personal file.
Your search returned 42 audio records.
So, which one do you want first?
I couldn't care less.
Then pick one at random.
There looks like there's just one that I can interact with. Oh no, there's a couple. Let's go B2. Miss A10. Oh, is this fucking Nier Automata? Miss Give Up Already B10. You nuts? Do you really think I can't see what you're doing from up here? Why are you using your workspace to play Battleship? They told me not to let the Klimov brothers work together, but I didn't listen. If I see this again, I'll keep one of you here and have the other one transferred to Vavilov to plant potatoes. Get back to work. Let's see. If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, Dimitri. I don't want a new body. It has nothing to do with me putting on airs, as you put it. There's just no point. Much more productive in this state. It's simply more practical and useful for myself and for you. You already have your Ekaterina dolls following you around. Leave me be. Let's see. Just a little while ago, what if conversations were at best the purview of statisticians and analysts, depending on the topic in question. But today, thanks to Lebedev's quantum systems predicting alternate histories, has literally become a science. This has allowed us to get a very accurate report on the history of the Soviet Union and World War II if the party had not approved Sechenov's project to roboticize our troops in the late 30s. This theoretical report has received the designation 5P at the Academy of Consequences. Stage 1. Defeat. Due to the novelty of the technology and the weak adaptation of our manufacturing capabilities, the robots turn out to be unable to resist the Wehrmacht's forces, and initial casualties are colossal. The Soviet Union loses all its territory up to Moscow. Stage 2. Regrouping. Towards the middle of the war, human casualties and pressure from the Reich become so great that the Red Army's only salvation lies in building more advanced combat robots in order to make up for lost soldiers. The process of manufacturing new combat robots is reformed and enhanced in the Urals and Siberia. Stage 3. Respite. Seeing the Soviet Union's defeat and refusing to believe in upcoming robot upgrades, Allied troops concentrate their forces and become more aggressive, since they understand that the Red Army will no longer be cannon fodder in the European war. The Reich halts its advance deep into the Soviet Union and switches to the Western Front. Stage 4. Breaking point. Massive battalions of robotic troops with various functions carry out highly effective sudden attacks, claiming our captured territory in a matter of weeks. In the winter, their mobility and lack of reliance on food and medicine give the Soviet machines a massive advantage. Stage 5. Victory. Even before the creation of the V-2 rocket and the failure of the Brown Plague, Soviet robots liberate most of Europe. Since the world's population is never reduced by illness, we find ourselves in a fragile world where a weakened Soviet Union is forced to rely on the might of its technology. Oh damn, there's shitloads of stuff to look at here. And loot. What actually happened? Like what they would have done if what happened in real life happened, but they had the robot technology still. Yeah. Hypothetically speaking, thanks to today's discovery of supplementary biphoton quantum entanglement, I can actually send this letter into the past, say 30 years ago, to myself at this very terminal. For example, I can write a message to myself dated June 9th, 1955, saying, "Run, the robots have revolted, save yourself." Unfortunately, this is just a theory. We're actually quite far from actually communicating with the past, so I'll have to carry the memory of that day until my death 63 years from now. Interesting. 1984, that was sent. Is that like an alternate reality then, I guess?
After the incident, plutonium's brain was no longer suitable for a spark polymer extension. So I designed a similar polymer-based brain function extension for him called Voskhod. Cheriton, may he rest in peace, would be pleased to hear that his designs had not been wasted.
Plutonium is recovering following neural adjustment and the installation of the Spark module. He has no memory of his wife, the events in Bulgaria, or any of the other data you indicated. He is in an extremely tenuous psychological and emotional state. As an active Argentum agent, he is already fit for duty, awaiting your orders. P.S. Unfortunately, during a key phase of the adjustment, the employee expressed sympathy with the agents, describing them as returning from their ordeal as crispy critters. This expression has since become an inextricable part of the agent's psychorhythmic and emotional background. If necessary, we could perform another adjustment in order to fix this linguistic oddity, but it would take time. There you go. We've got our explanation. So the P stands for plutonium. And I guess the voice we've been hearing has been our wives, which was something that I was wondering. Are you willing to die? Then you're our man. Speaker, despite the march of progress, one fact remains. Flying to the Red Planet is a risky, dangerous proposition. Who are the people who will bring the light of humanity to Mars for us all? I think that the first trips to Mars will be very, very dangerous. The risk of a lethal outcome will be high, but it can't be helped. Are you willing to die? Then you're our man. How would you describe this mission? I think it's the most inspiring thing I could possibly imagine. Life should be something more than just solving everyday problems. When you wake up in the morning, you should think about the future with ecstasy. You should feel inspired and love life. Short-sightedness. At your request, I've reviewed the compilation of absurd quotations from the bourgeois figures that have since been utterly trounced by progress and Soviet science. 1876. This telephone has too many shortcomings to be seriously considered as a means of communication. William Orton, President of Western Union. The Americans have need of the telephone, but we do not. We have plenty of messenger boys. Sir William Price, Chief Engineer of the British Post Office. 1889. Fooling around with alternating currents, just a waste of time. Nobody will ever use it. Too dangerous. Thomas Edison. Get rid of it. We don't want to make fun of Edison. 1921. The wireless music box has no imaginable commercial value. Who would pay for a message sent to nobody in particular? David Sarnoff's partner, in response to his request to invest in the radio, mentioned that the radio was invented by Alexander Popov. 1926. While theoretically and technically television may be feasible, commercially and financially it is an impossibility. Lee DeForest. Get rid of it. Our citizens don't care about commercial or financial success. 1932. There is no basis whatsoever on which to suggest that nuclear power will ever be possible. It would mean that man has learned to split the atom. Albert Einstein. Very good, but make sure Einstein actually said it, otherwise it'll be like his riddle. 1936. A rocket will never be able to leave the Earth's atmosphere. New York Times. This one is simply magnificent. Their very first issue. 1946. The working man always has been and always will be, but the robot is nothing more than a flash in the pan. Henry Ford. Television won't be able to hold on to any market it captures after the first 6 months. People will soon get tired of staring at a plywood box every night. Daryl Zanuck, producer and one of the founders of 20th Century Fox. Not sure about this one. Don't publish it until the party sorts out its relationship to entertainment programming. 1949, where a calculator like ENIAC, is that? The first computer, today is equipped with 18,000 vacuum tubes and weighs 30 tons. Computers in the future may have only 1,000 vacuum tubes and perhaps weigh only 1.5 tons. Popular mechanics. Good, but translate the name Popular Mechanics into Russian instead of leaving it in English. 1951. There is practically no chance communication space satellites will be used to provide better telephone, telegraph, television, or radio service inside the United States. T. Craven, FCC Commissioner. Underscore the fact that maybe they can't do it, but we sure can. 1955. There is no reason for any individual to have a computer in their home. Ken Olsen, founder of Digital Equipment Corp. Is this, are these true? These quotes. I seem to think some of them are. Yeah, some of them sound like they have been said, but I can't say for sure. Let's see, Andrei Ryanovsky's Unknown Feat. For a long time, Andrei Ryanovsky, Rayanovsky's name was spoken of with contempt and dismay in Soviet scientific circles. As a capitalist and idealist who fled the Soviet Union and a vocal critic of the party's authority and the ideals of communism, it was obvious that a good relationship with him was simply impossible. However, later with Rayanovsky technically grew disillusioned with American ideals, his rhetoric changed and his relationship to the motherland changed along with it. It goes without saying that this move led to a hue and cry in the West and genuine glee in Rayanovsky's homeland. Nowadays, Andrei Rayanovsky has successfully developed his deep-sea dwelling project with the aid of underwater engineers from Sakhalin and is considered a true friend of Soviet Science and Facility 3826. Thanks for all the fish. Needless to say, large-scale projects that conquer outer space and colonize planets are laudable and worthy of respect. Man has always reached for the stars. But let's be honest, there's nothing out there. Space is a cold, empty, inhospitable place without any hidden mysteries. All that awaits us there are resources and the satisfaction of mankind's ego. Our home is another matter entirely. I'm referring to Earth, or more precisely, the ocean. We know less about the depths of the ocean than we do about the dark side of the moon. According to available data, only 2 to 5% of the world's oceans have been explored. Evolution can't help us in space, but underwater it can reveal our true potential. In this article, you will learn about the potential benefits of exploring and conquering the ocean. To put it bluntly, what's the point of flying to the far reaches of space when our own home holds more secrets than any other planet? The ocean is terrifying. What's this? Sechenov to Stockhausen. Michael, I've been receiving very unambiguous reports about what's been going on at the theatre. If even a portion of what my informants have been telling me is true, I'd like to conduct a certain experiment. Give them free rein and curtail any security measures. I want to know if even Soviet citizens and facility employees can be capable of moral failings. After 2 months, find an excuse for us to visit the place. Tell them Vavilov has achieved amazing results and we want to celebrate it. Invite VIPs. I want to see this with my own eyes. The time has come to acknowledge that we are careening into the future at an amazing speed. Our scientific machine is running at full capacity and the most talented Soviet citizens are working day and night to advance the cause of progress. But what of evolution? It remains in the distant past. The 1917 revolution demonstrated that it was possible to tear down the old and erect the new in its place. The same goes for the decrepit monarchistic phenomenon of evolution. Now man is not just the pinnacle of creation but a creator himself, and he has the ability and the right to alter himself in accordance with his desires. Gills for divers, wings for first responders, flame retardant skin for firemen. This is just a small sample of what awaits us in the near future. We are no longer grist for... Is it grist? For the mill of natural selection, we are natural selection. From Konrad Sechenov's lecture to the Soviet Academy of Sciences, 1953. Christ, we're getting a lot of stuff to read here, aren't we? Christ, it's not going to end either. In light of current auspicious tendencies, we expect the following fundamental breakthroughs in the near future. 1959, widespread use of low-temperature nuclear reactions, end of the oil and gas era, probability 87%. 1961, full-fledged human cloning, probability 100%. 1967, transport of Martian soil to Earth, probability 64%. 1970, last coal mine closed, end of the Stakhanov age, probability 96%. 1971, all planets united by a single communications network, probability 45 to 87%. That's a big disparity there. 1972, destruction of nuclear weapons, probability 13%. 1975, first space hotel and space tourism, probability 69%. Nice. 1980, money no longer used in the Soviet Union, Allied nations, and a number of Western countries. Currency replaced with megawatt hours as unit of exchange in USA, probability 50%. Vavilov to someone. The Nayalovs. Hemlock is demonstrating a great deal of activity within Anna's body, but is not ready to reproduce yet. As for her husband, I want you to fully exploit his potential. We cannot lose staff members. Perform the necessary operations and put him in a hospital room under surveillance. This experiment is too unique. There's only one way the plant can reproduce. If it doesn't work, we'll have to start all over again. Is Anna our wife? In light of current inauspicious tendencies, we expect the following threats in the near future. 1961, spike in criminal activity due to increased free time among citizens. 1968, large social and economic rift between roboticized and non-roboticized countries, and appearance of outcast countries. 1972, growth of nationalistic attitudes among minorities, as well as a drive for revenge and a denial of pan-human lives. Pan-human values, 1974, increase in epidemiological threats. Epidemiological. Fucking hell. Some of these words. Overpopulation in outcast countries, shrinking populations in advanced countries such as European countries, the USSR and China. Breakdown of educational system, degradation of the humanities, and segmentation in technical specializations. 1978, decreased aptitude for education, short attention spans, and a focus on small doses of information among the populations of advanced countries. That's happening now. 1979, increased religiosity, religious fundamentalism and terrorism. 1980, extreme repression in progressive countries, reduction in the speed at which laws are passed, increased absurdity in enforced laws, and opposition to freedom of thought among citizens. Collapse of industry due to technological malfunctions. Scary shit. Damn, we've got so many more of these to look at. Fucking hell, dude. They're interesting, though. Are you cheating again? You sank my aircraft carrier, E2. Oh, this was the battleships they were talking about. You sunk my submarine. It is interesting, yeah. What, are you simple? If you got a hit at A10... Oh, that's what it was. It was... battleship coordinates. Wait, hang on. So our name's... Was it F3? Is that how they came up with our name? Is it something to do with the battleship things? If you got here at A10, there can't be anything at B10. Did you forget you can't put the ships right next to each other? Or is this going to be like last time? Are you nuts? Do you really think I can't see what you're doing from up here? Why are you using your workspace to play Battleship? He told me not to let the Klimov brothers work together, but I didn't listen. If I see this again, I'll keep one of you here and I'll have the other one transferred to Vavilov to plant potatoes. Get back to work. P.S. You won't be the one planting potatoes. And let's see. Zaharov to Zaharov. Vice is a physiological condition and a magnum opus of the opium of the masses, the Bible. This is demonstrated clearly, if indirectly. Man learned of vice not after eating of a mystical fruit, but after coming to know himself. The body dictates vice to us. We want to procreate, so we become rapists and perverts. We want to eat, so we steal money and food. We want pleasure, so we surround ourselves with senseless luxury. Man is not given to vice on his own. What pushes him toward it is his limited primitive shell, which requires food, sex, drugs, and care. Only the brilliance of pure intellect can illuminate mankind's path forward, because man is not a body, he is a way of thinking. Excerpt from a paper by Lebedev. In response to those who are curious about the radio of the future, yes, we really can listen to radio broadcasts from the future, literally. How does it work? If you read any of my previous papers, you'll find out. You aren't really interested in the technical details, are you? You're interested in what it can do for you. You want to know if you can buy a lottery ticket knowing that it will win or avoid a nuclear holocaust. Am I right? It's not that simple. What we're hearing is a probable future, what could happen in 10, 30 or 50 years based on what's happening right now. We have never, I repeat, never heard the same broadcast twice. A week ago, the Soviet Union crumbled in 1989 and ceased to exist as a country. This morning, we heard a presentation by the General Secretary of the Communist Party from 1999. One day, we intercepted an emergency message about the launch of nuclear missiles in 1976. I was horrified. The future does not exist yet. Please remember that. All we can hear is an echo of an infinite quantumized multivariance and extract the most frequently repeated tendencies from it. What we all actually see tomorrow is entirely in our hands. So, multiverse. Let's see, Lebedev to Klimov. Comrade Klimov, do you seriously want to get data on an alternative timeline in which the Third Reich never invented the V2 rocket? You want to know how the world would be different? Okay, I'll tell you. It wouldn't. Do you know why? Because the invention of new weapons is called an arms race for a reason. If it's a race, that means someone has to come in first. In our history, the Germans came in first, although it didn't particularly help them. But the Americans were nipping at their heels, as were we and the Brits. Yes, the V2 had an astonishing influence on missile design and the space program, but it was just a matter of time. Can you tell me who invented the radio? Was it Popov, Marconi, Hertz, Tesla? Do you know what's really interesting? What would have happened if the damn fascists hadn't invented that plague of theirs and mowed down half the world's population? From now on, don't bother the alternate prediction department with childish questions in the vein of who'd win in a fight, a shark or a bear? Yes, the bear, obviously. Yeah, I think a bear would have a shark. Probably. Alright, let's continue this side of the room. I'll do it in order. Privilov to Debaltovskaya. Here's my opinion on your article on the culture of instant messaging. All in all, I think it's well written. It's succinct and it does a good job of explaining the concept of developing faster ways to transmit text. The comparison to mail, then the telegraph, then the telephone, and then finally the terminal system is quite good. However, your frivolous dalliance with depicting emotions via text seems entirely out of place or even theatrical. How do you imagine people will use punctuation to fill a text-based message with emotional content? People still don't even understand the difference between a dash and a hyphen, or a comma and a semicolon. You want them to start using these characters to communicate their mood? It's truly absurd. Get rid of it. I do that all the time. It depends if you're talking in water or on land. I don't know, I feel like a bear can probably swim quite well. Ekaterina, I read what you wrote about using a colon and a parenthesis to make a smiley face. It's a cute idea, but Privilov will never approve something like that. I think you'd be better off doing it a different way. Remember how people used to abbreviate words in telegrams? Maybe if you want to show you're happy, you could write hap. If you feel sad, you could just write sad. Think it over. XOXO Maria. Saharov to Sechenov. Dmitry, I read your plan to install me in an implantable module. I value your persistence, but I must repeat yet again, I have no desire for arms, legs, hair, or the need to waste time eating and going to the bathroom. I'm fine, Dmitry. Your weak-minded desire to anthropomorphize everything under the sun is making me uneasy. Instead of thinking about how to put me into the head of some muscle-bound member of the Communist Youth League, why don't you find a way to cast off the burden of your own aging flesh? From a comprehensive article from Technology for Kids about the facility. In the West, smart, educated people call us Homo Sovieticus? They're proud to have discovered this type of person, so they came up with this nice name. They also use this name to humiliate us and put us down. They don't realise we've done something more. We were the first to breed this type of person. In the West, all they can do is come up with new words for things, and they think this contribution to history is much more important than our accomplishments. The West's high opinion of itself is deserving of ridicule. P.S. At Sechenov's request, find references to Homo Sovieticus throughout the entire database and change it to Homo Futurum in every instance. They can swim moderately well, but I doubt they'd be able to attack beneath them well. I guess it depends on how deep the water is then, perhaps. Oh, what's that? Auspicious timeline.
Yes, it's part of the experiment. You won't see anyone. Not me, not anyone else. Okay, subject. You will now have a conversation with 2 young women. Their names are Betsy.
That's me.
And Olga.
Hello.
I need you to talk to them and tell me which of the young ladies you spoke to is not a human being, but an artificially generated voice. Is that clear?
Yeah, sure. I get it.
You may begin.
So, Betsy, do you have any kids?
I'm afraid not. But I want to have 2 when I finish my internship in about 3 years or so.
Huh. Okay. And here's the last one. Olga, could you ever kill someone?
Me? I don't know. Maybe if they were an enemy or trying to hurt people. Yeah, I guess I could do it to protect the motherland.
Excellent. We're done here. So, which of the 2 young women you spoke with is a machine?
I think it's Betsy. Yes.
So, you think Olga is human?
That makes sense to me.
Please note that I never told you that either of them was human.
So they're both machines?
Actually, none of the individuals you've spoken to during this experiment are human. Thank you for your time. Please escort the subject out.
Interesting. Got debated. See, the Raven 1 satellite was launched into orbit, but we were immediately notified that it had malfunctioned. That's the official version anyway. The unofficial version is more complicated. The Pleiush samples on the orbiting satellite began to behave in a completely unexpected fashion in zero gravity and independently terminated communications with Earth. 2 years later, in 1957, we're planning to send a remote-controlled module disguised as another satellite to shed some light on these events. But until then, Raven 1 will be described as a failed, shuttered project in all official documents. That'd be the AI then. Sechenov to someone. Okay. Plutonium is to be removed from plutonium is to be removed from Argentum. He will report directly to me. As for this linguistic oddity of his, leave it be. It will give him elements of a new personality. Perform the necessary operations, install the module, and put him in a hospital room under surveillance. We can always turn a positive into a negative. Okay, so that's probably one of the things we can pick up. Won't pick that up just yet. Fucking hell, man. As you know, I'm extremely old, and believe me, as a man who has dedicated his entire life to the science of life itself, no one is more surprised by this than me. What I mean to say is that the seduction of longevity, which I am subject to, and to which I have no doubt any living being would similarly have pursued, now seems monstrous to me. Back then when I first met Dmitry Sechenov as a patient on his operating table, I could never have imagined I might feel weighed down by the burden of the life he worked so hard to save. No, my friend, there is no joy in a long life, much less an eternal one. Like a shark living in icy waters for half a millennium, I am now swimming in the incessant flow of life, able only to observe the achievements of colleagues whose names I can barely recall, trying to remember those who came before and whose names are lost forever to history. This lengthy foreword leads me to my conclusion, Comrade Nikitin. Your request to undergo life-extending procedures is officially denied. Please do not pursue this matter any further. There is no point. Would you guys want to live forever? Let's see. Experimental department and individual data from May to June reporting period. Now this is what we got. Pigs. 2 rejected used bulls. Dogs. Vivisection is a cruel procedure that is justly considered unethical. When I begin an experiment that will result in the death of an animal, I feel a profound sense of regret at cutting short an exuberant life and acting as the executioner of another living being. When I cut into and violate a living animal, I must smother within myself the biting reproach that I am, with my coarse and disrespectful hand, breaking a machine of transcendent artistry. I do this in the pursuit of truth to help my fellow man. However, in recent years I have begun to suspect that certain similar experiments are being conducted at my complex, without my knowledge of course, not on animals but on that fellow man himself. Due to my frailty and hectic schedule, I've been unable to confirm these suspicions, for which reason I request that you immediately send me any archival information about any such acts transpiring on the premises. Needless to say, if this practice does in fact exist, I mean to nip it in the bud. Okay, so what was that, Pavlov? Not forever, but longer, sure. Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to, doesn't it? Like, I think if you could live longer with your body not failing, then it's worth it. If you can't, then there's no point. Let's see. Vitaly, you know that Comrade Pavlov has been a little anxious lately, and I'm aware that he keeps sending you requests for archival data on various projects from Pavlov, especially on the threshold of the launch of Collective 2.0. So I've got a little request for you. Comrade Pavlov is, shall we say, getting on in years. We should try to keep his worries to a minimum. He's a talented scientist, but he's become painfully sentimental in recent years. If you get any requests regarding particularly complex issues, just stall him for a bit and tell me right away. I'll make it worth your while. Progress by leaps and bounds has become typical of humanity in this challenging 20th century. Against the background of tremendous inequality, breakthroughs in science and technology can seem not just astonishing, even insulting. But this is a sociological and political matter. Right now, I want to contemplate the issue of the individual who, feeling himself in a state of accelerated freefall, is being flung forward faster and faster by progress. Much like the pseudo-scientific fears voiced when the railroads were being built, when the suggestion was actually made that the sight of the landscape whizzing by at 50 kilometers per hour would drive passengers mad, I am beset by similar predictions. Just 25 years ago, more than half of all Soviet citizens were illiterate. Today we are flying into space. What awaits us tomorrow? Will we have time to catch our breath before our next great leap?
As a young man, Plutonium, now P3, was confident and funny, which played a key role in his assignment to Argentum. He was a promising operative, but lagged behind many other candidates in a number of ways. However, the positive influence and infectious good humor he imparted to his fellow servicemen, especially in comparison to the more morose Commander Kuznetsov, served as a compelling reason to recruit him. Because of this, the emergence of a more intimate relationship between him and Agent Blesna was only a matter of time.
No, fucking subtitles died there. Zaharov to Sechenov. You don't understand me, or is it you don't want to? Or are you afraid of losing the man who will give you your brilliant future? No, I'm not particularly fond of the human race you love so dearly, but that's not the reason, Dmitri. I'm the only one who can sort out all the finer points from the inside. The implant can only be configured and analysed from within the subject's consciousness. No test subject, whether it be a rat or even a human being, can perform this kind of research. You're preventing me from continuing my work. Okay, so there's one thing we can pick up there. That might... Oh no, there's a couple. Alright, let's keep going. Still got 1 billion to read. Oh my god, they get longer every time! I've gone over the materials for the Science and Life article, but in nature there is no competition within the same species, only among different species. A wolf eats a rabbit, but a rabbit doesn't eat another rabbit. It eats grass. Nor does wheat get in the way of other wheat. But wheatgrass, saltbush, and sow thistle are all different species, so if they show up somewhere where wheat is growing, they will take its food and compete with it. Who wrote this nonsense? Are you trying to embarrass the entire Soviet Union with this crap? This is... They could have... Well, to be fair, like, a lot of the other ones could be missed, so putting it all in one place kind of makes sense, but these, like, kind of massive lore dumps, I don't know if it's the best way to do it. Dear Comrade Semushev, I am utterly stunned by your careless attitude to the censorship of materials that have been published following your consultation in a number of periodicals. References to the complex as cut off from real life or having a poor connection to our production facilities are simply false. Vavilov Complex is, first and foremost, a scientific institution that operates according to a specific plan. Our theoretical work is bound up in the most substantial way with practical issues related to seed cultivation and the facility's future designs. The man would have to be blind to deny the enormous accomplishments Vavilov's team has made in so little time and under such trying circumstances. The Institute's research is laying the foundation necessary to develop a real-world project to conquer new worlds. Going forward, please be more mindful of how our work is depicted in print. From Vavilov... from Vavilov Archivist Semushev to Vavilov Archive Department. Our seeds processed and packed. Is this the stuff they're sending to space? P.S. Double check this data, especially about the dandelions. It's clearly an error. What are we supposed to do with 40 tons of dandelions on Mars? Make dandelion wine? Well, this is what they were planning to put into take to Mars. Project Hemlock has been halted and deemed unfit for further study. You are hereby informed that all materials pertaining to Hemlock are to be catalogued as top secret under designation A2 organised and filed in the appropriate sections. Any further references to it in other documents are to be redacted via the standard system. Be especially mindful of information about any employees who are allegedly injured during the project. Delete the names of all casualties. Despite its secrecy, argentum, silver in Latin, has already become the stuff of legend in a number of European and American publications. Journalists are surprised by its extremely small staff, its incredible training and equipment, and its name, which is very atypical of the Soviet Union. You've got to admit, compared to abbreviations like SMERSH and NKVD, it comes off as odd and clumsy. Rumours vary. The squad's soldiers are described either as enormous red-eyed bears who eat children or athletic blonde supermen, one look at whom would have driven Hitler to dissolve the Reich and admit the German Übermensch's defeat. They are a mystery and will remain one, but we can say this much for certain. Argentum is currently the best trained Special Forces squad on Earth. And given the Soviet Union's plans, it could become the best trained squad in the solar system before long. So we're basically James Bond. Got it. Karen Sechenov. Following the events in Bulgaria, Agents Blesner and Plutonium have both returned in a coma. They are in a vegetative state and are not connected to the neural networks. Neural network. No sign of consciousness has been observed. Awaiting your order. Right, so Blesner is the is our love, basically. Let's see. Your request for excerpts about the facility from foreign media. Washington Post, May 8th, 1955. Article: Soviet Union's Steel Frame by Tom Wolfe. Universal roboticization. Is it roboticization? Yeah, roboticization in the Soviet Union can be considered a most curious case of modern hypocrisy. Ignoring any populist questions about whether or not robots that pass the Turing test have personal identities, I'm merely pointing out how absurd, and at the same time sinister, the widespread use of this workforce is. Judge for yourselves. A nation whose guiding light is an ideology that embraces equality and strives to end the exploitation of workers and peasants by capital has now so subordinated an entire army of soulless machines that can satisfy its every whim. I don't know anything about Collective 2.0, but I'd say the Soviet Union is capitalism 2.0 writ large. The only question is when these robots will demand equal rights for themselves and how bloody the revolution will be. Then the acceleration of evolution. Despite all their talent and the indisputable success achieved by Vavilov's research assistants, there is a concern regarding an issue that, while predictable, can only be confirmed in practice. This problem is more profound than preparing seeds for inhospitable conditions on other planets. Unlike scientists, evolutionary mechanisms do not make predictions or evaluate risk. They simply function, culling the weak and rewarding the strong. Dozens or even hundreds of factors will affect the growth and development of our cultures, so it makes sense to suggest that, while working with the genetics of plants, we should begin by breeding them for faster growth and renewal, rather than trying to foresee every minor detail about them. We just need to give evolution a shot in the arm, and it'll do the rest for us, which is how it's always been, by the way. Next, nothing goes wrong there. Another one there. So we've got a couple of these things we can pick up. Let's see. Speaker, when I give talks in the Soviet Union and allied countries, I'm often asked whether it makes sense to focus scientific progress on making fundamental changes to the human race. We could, for example, teach people to change the properties of their skin in order to make it more resistant to heat or cold, or regrow lost limbs like certain reptiles, or control their biochemistry on a basic level. In other words, to rephrase a well-known thesis, should we strive for evolution in the individual? The room laughs. My answer is no. I admit that this is a defeatist attitude. My objection does not lie in some bourgeois conception of man as the pinnacle of creation. We have access to powerful technology, and yet we should not alter ourselves to suit our environment. That would be a step backwards. Instead, we must perfect science in order to fully subjugate nature itself, whether it be here on Earth or somewhere else. Another one to Sechenov. Comrade Sechenov, there was a fire in Comrade Saharov's lab this morning. The professor was found dead in the medical lab. It was obvious that he had independently performed an unauthorized neurosurgical procedure using remote-controlled medical robots. Oh yeah, we read this one, didn't we, before? Club minutes. Maintaining the high level of technology Soviet science has achieved obviously requires people of profound intellect. That is why the fear that a situation could arise in which technology allows society to become stupider is irrational. Otherwise, this level of technology would be ultimately unsustainable. Second bloke goes, but if this threatens to divide mankind into two different groups, a smaller group with big brains that does all the intellectual activity and another massive group with tiny brains that either does the simplest jobs or does nothing at all because machines do everything for them, this is a pretty gloomy future, but is it even possible? And Speaker 1 says, this is exactly why the population's ideological education needs to be our #1 priority. Okay, we're getting there. Get over here right now, please. Something's wrong. Deboltovskaya to Brivlov. Please change the workspace assignments for Y and M Klimov and put them as far from each other as possible. Despite these employees' excellent professional qualifications, their productivity plummets if they are able to converse with one another. Employees have been complaining about their loud laughter and inappropriate jokes. Let's see. I am shocked. While things at the facility usually shock me in a good way, this time I am simply outraged. Latest innovations in analysing the structure of the future have allowed your lab assistants to make predictions of incredible accuracy and importance. And what are they doing? That's right. They're logging into our systems to hear the latest music from the radio of the future. I have no intention of disparaging the achievements of this project. Hearing music that will not be written for 30 or 40 years is truly a scientific marvel, but only for the layman. Your employees are men of science, not greasers in leather jackets and tight jeans. If anyone else comes here to save themselves a copy of the latest Billie Eilish song, I'll cut off access for a month. Okay. Why aren't smart people allowed to like music? It's not a waste. Despite the obvious importance of the entire archive for Facility 3826, I've been unable to get authorization for additional shipments of superconductor material over a year now. Before the accident, Comrade Zaharov promised to solve the problem via his personal channels. My question to you, Comrade Supervisor, is, do you have any such channels of your own, and could you perhaps solve this problem for me? Not the entire system might go belly up someday. Another one to Sechenov. The agent's tests have yielded impressive results. While immersed in limbo, the seemingly fragile young woman literally becomes an invincible fighter. The implications for training sabotage specialists, as well as our overall approach to secrecy, are enormous. The fighter's memory can literally be wiped without harming their skills or personality. The term sleeper agent will take on a whole new meaning very soon.
Nechayev has emerged from his year in rehab a new man, with new habits and behaviors. For example, he's become fond of a certain euphemism. Crispy critters. It all started after one of the medics described him and Blesna as crispy critters during his recovery. He was still in a coma at the time. He suddenly leaped out of bed and nearly strangled the medic to death. The staff subdued him by shouting, "We're under fire," after which Plutonium ducked for cover, hit his head, and passed out. Ever since then, crispy critters has become part of his vocabulary. Could it be an example of psychological imprinting?
So was it Nechayev, was that our real name? Conrad Privalov. Is there any chance to automate cataloging on a software level? According to my calculations, I spend between 5 and 7% of the time it takes me to do my paperwork filling in dates and numbers. As a result, I waste about 47 minutes every day, which adds up to about 1,260 minutes per work month, or about 21 hours. That's 2.5 work days I could be spending more efficiently. Have you lost your minds over there? Do something about this right away. P.S. I went to the psychologist for a checkup as requested. In total, my sessions took 11 hours, about 2 of which were spent on smoke breaks. The psychologist found no deviations. Yeah, we found out why he says crispy critters. There was another one we read shortly. A short while ago that also told us. Is everyone enjoying me telling you, saying sweet nothings into your ears? I can't jump. Okay, good. Don't think I've read so much stuff since the fucking Yakuza games. Okay, I think there's 2 more. Martin! 2 AM and I unlocked the Cabaret Club in Yakuza Kiwami 2 7 hours ago. So have you been playing the Cabaret for 7 hours? Because I totally understand if that's the case. Hi Christina, I left 2 devices on overnight, an Anfisa and a Lighthouse. I usually use them to test speech-based inter-system communication protocols. I wanted them to just exchange phrases. They keep going based on the progressive Turing method. Here are the results. It's pretty creepy. I'll probably just wipe one of them tonight. I'll read that in a second. Yes, why is it so addictive? Because flashing lights and cool noises and small number get big. That's it. I just want to look after my girls and make sure we all take all the money. Now you sound like a real cabaret club owner. Small number gets big is basically why those things work. That, and just if you make a noise that sounds good while the small number get big, and some nice graphics, you're onto a winner, basically. Are you enjoying the game though, dude? Alright, let's listen to this.
Oh, you've got a very large data exchange sector, Beacon. I'd like to interface with it right now.
When I analyze the dimensions of your chassis, I experience an overload in my neurocomposite architecture, Betsy. My system's core processors have begun to consume a large quantity of electricity.
I demand that you interface with my system immediately and transmit all your data to me in large packets, Beacon.
That kind of connection can be dangerous, Betsy. You know, humans will see a digital sign of my presence. Please, can you wait while I activate a firewall?
No, Beacon, I don't want to wait any longer. Sorting your data through a firewall will make information exchange less pleasurable. Please accept my access protocol right away.
Quiet, Betsy. A scientist is approaching.
God damn it.
What do we have here? What the hell? Stop recording!
So, AI makes computers horny for one another. Fuck's sake. I love the ching ching noise, and then when he comes out to do the ice or the tower, it's just perfection. Yeah, it's really good, isn't it? I had to force myself to stop and do the last championship tomorrow. I felt like the best way to do that was to kind of, especially from a streaming point of view at least, was to kind of drip feed that sort of stuff rather than doing it all in one go. But if I was off stream, I probably would have just done it all in one go. Yeah, all good here, Martin. All good. I've got to go to bed soon because I've actually got to be in work earlier tomorrow. But I'm going to finish off and kind of this bit and get to a decent place to stop off here. How's everything with you? Have you been streaming recently? I haven't seen you post anything but the promotion areas. YVDNH. We still need to think about all the names since terms come about naturally, just like slang. But for now, here are orders regarding articles. We can use the following terms: Integram or Sawyer's system, a unified information field that can be accessed via a computer terminal. Slide, a unit of informational space in the system. Try not to use the term page under any circumstances. It's unprofessional. Application, a small program that grants the user access to a certain function. Do not use the following terms: social network. Soviet users do not have access to any networks, socialist or otherwise. Come up with something clearer. Glitch? What kind of word is this anyway? It sounds like nonsense. Use error, malfunction, or some other normal word. Stylus? I keep seeing this bourgeois faux Latin word. Use pen or light pen instead. What time am I working? Like 10:15. Problem is I got up relatively late today, so I'm not tired yet. I could probably force myself to sleep in about an hour or so. Oh, you haven't been well? Yeah. I know, you said the other day, didn't you? Fucking shit sucks. Everyone's ill at the moment. While designing the latest Android models, we have had to focus not only on utilitarian tasks, but also on commercial viability. Our products are exported all over the world and they need to look and feel like something from the Soviet Union. In other words, we need to focus on what the Americans call design. We spent a long time discussing which elements will be the most recognizable when it comes to robots' names, designs, functions, etc. Then all these ballerinas, Natashas and such started showing up. Everything went from a robot's appearance to its quality should scream made in the USSR. I've seen you conk off by accident enough times to know you've got it in you. Have you? Attention equipment manager, provide me with 2 prototype ballerina bodies and disconnect them from the neural network. Delete their AI modules. I need 2 blank robots without any control systems. Okay, so that's where he got the twins from then. Comrade Yevstignayeva. I've been seeing more sloppy use of the terms in our publications again. Remember, robot is a general term for any manufactured mechanism based on robotics. It's an automatic device designed to perform various mechanical operations that acts according to a previously established program. An android is a humanoid robot with various functions. You keep mixing up every robot that can communicate with an android. Please be more mindful of this. The term bio-robot has been prohibited by Comrade Sechenov himself and may not be used in any way. Words like automaton, doll, and machine have no place in our publication. Oh, no. I'll be interested to hear what you think of Kiwami 2 when you finished it, by the way, Martin. Specifically the I'm doing inverted commas here, the DLC part of the game. Why do you sound so good today? It's like ASMR in here. Is my brain making you sound better because I can't see you? Maybe that's how it works. I don't know, actually. Well, I don't know if you've seen it on the menu, so I don't want to mention it just in case you haven't. But there's an additional thing they've added to the game that was not in the original game. About Naushkin. This is really cruel, Miria. I get it. Naushkin is a pig, but this is just unprofessional. What if he actually goes to the supervisor, or even worse, Sechenov and starts talking about how his work is magically cataloguing itself? Then when they see who's doing it all and find out it's just a nasty prank, what are you going to tell them? That Naushkin seduced you in Gagra, but wouldn't marry you, so you started sabotaging the lab? You need to stop. If anyone asks me about this, I won't cover for you. I'm serious, Maria. It's happening again. My catalogs are splitting up and restructuring themselves on their own. I measured it. I've got a spreadsheet. I think the entire archive is operating like Collective, only separately. What if we accidentally created a self-learning system that can think and make decisions? I mean, with all the other insane stuff going on here, does that really sound that crazy? I'm going to try to run a reverse Turing test on it. I haven't slept in 72 hours, but if I'm right, we're all getting a promotion. P.S. Sorry again about what happened last winter. Someone's holding a grudge. I don't think there's anything extra on the menu. Maybe it like shows itself at the end or something, like the premium adventure mode thing. Possibly. But put it this way: if you get to the end of the game and you haven't found it, I'll point you in the right direction. As far as I'm aware, it should be pretty obvious, though. Agents Blessner and Plutonium are extremely valuable employees. Saving their lives is a top priority. I will perform the operation myself. On behalf of facility management and myself personally, I would like to congratulate you all on a magnificent beginning to this reporting period. Our close-knit team has proven yet again that a spirit of camaraderie and efficient teamwork can yield stunning results. In regard to the aforementioned, it is my pleasure to announce that this month every archive employee will receive a bonus, and, in the interest of enlightenment, everyone will also receive a complimentary tickets to Director Lastochkin's theatrical performance. Contact the venue for details. Thank you, comrades. They were saying that earlier, weren't they? About giving all the VIPs a pass. Let's grab some of these. I don't know if I can... Babina. I'm going to grab all of them, just in case we get to listen to all of them.
I only need one for now.
Oh, okay.
Try this one.
Commencing playback.
The events in Bulgaria left the agents badly injured. Technically speaking, they were clinically dead. Agent Blesna could not be saved. Since Agent Plutonium's condition was less severe, it was possible to return him to combat readiness. However, his nearly destroyed limbs had to be amputated and replaced with the latest prostheses.
Yeah, I already know half my body's prosthetic. What else is new?
These are just general observations. Find another recording.
Okay. Put it this way, Martin. You finished Yakuza 0, right? You really, really want to do it.
Here's another one.
Trust me.
Okay, play this one.
Commencing playback.
Following his recovery, the agent's personality was altered significantly, including his behavioral and speech patterns. Because of this, I made the decision to remove the agent from the Argentum unit. In order to prevent any possibility of memory recidivism, Plutonium received a new call sign, P3, and is now under my direct command and observation. P3's contact with Argentum has been kept to a minimum, and Argentum personnel have been warned against mentioning the call sign Blesna in P3's presence.
Crispy. I'll get another one.
What? Sechenov has you on a leash. He does whatever he wants with you.
Listen, Doc, he saved my life. Do you think I don't know I'm a test subject? That's my job.
So you're a volunteer, huh? Then why are you such a disobedient test subject?
'Cause before they always told me what they were doing. I'll go get another recording.
Okay, so we at least get to listen to all of these.
Let's give this one a spin.
Procedure. Implant the Voskhod neuropolymer brain function extension. Objective. Total elimination of destructive impulses triggered by traumatic memories. Patient, Major Sergei Nechayev. Codename, Plutonium. Attempt number 3. The first 2 operations were unsuccessful. The patient suffered a severe brain injury in Bulgaria, which could not be repaired. The damage is of such severity that the patient will likely have to be euthanized.
Did you hear that? He wanted to kill you.
The frontal lobes are partially destroyed, causing the patient to experience bouts of uncontrollable rage. The patient's steel prostheses render him dangerous to those around him.
And that's about your seizures.
Due to the incidence of temporary insanity, the patient is immersed in a surreal psychedelic reality that prevents him from accepting the consequences of his aggressive behavior.
I don't get it. Can you translate for me?
You're not gonna like it.
The patient experiences intense hallucinations. Did you see your wife again, my boy? How did you know that? Yet a Voskhod implant will give the patient artificial memories and allow him to overcome his obsession with his deceased wife.
Your wife.
It's all bullshit. I've never been married.
With Voskhod, we can send the agent's consciousness into the imaginary world of limbo via a pulse aimed directly at his pituitary gland, switching the Major into combat mode on command. I'd like to add that I am strongly opposed.
What a load of crap. I mean, there's no fucking way.
I'm afraid there is. Sechenov can send your mind to your own private paradise with the push of a button.
And my body?
Your body will kill whoever he tells it to.
Fucking horseshit. What about the hallucinations? Are they also Sechenov?
No. The hallucinations are just your brain's defense mechanism.
Why the hell should I believe any of this? The boss would never do this to me.
Yeah, right. Just like he'd never wipe your wife's existence from your memory. Just like he'd never design Collective to be a mind control system.
Who said Sechenov did any of that stuff? You can't even tell who's in that chair.
If you don't believe me, go ask him. What's the plan, Major?
He's waiting for us at Chelomey. If we want to stop Sechenov, we'll have to string him along.
So you bring me there as your captive, and then what?
And then we play it by ear.
So that's how it is, Major. Think it over while I try to hack this elevator and get us back to the surface.
Uh-huh. Paying attention now, dickbag?
Major, I have no data about this incident.
Trying to make a monkey out of me, are you? Well, join the club. Don't have any data, huh? You've always known about all this. There's a reason you're called Charless, right? You're Char a ton. Zaharov, you son of a bitch. Got an explanation? Huh?
There's nothing to explain, Major. You're just as much a Charless to me as I am a perfect stranger to you. First, Sechenov murdered me. Then he turned me into a blob of polymer goo. Then he brainwashed you and manipulated you. How could I trust either of you? That's why I pretended to be the chatting artificial librarian. I wanted to see who was who.
Yeah, well, I guess I would have done the same. So what are we gonna do now, huh?
What else can we do, Sergei? You and I are friends now, and we know the truth. We need to get to Sechenov, rectify this injustice, and get revenge for what he's done to us.
I guess you're right, Chariton. Justice does need to be done.
You're a good man, Comrade Major. I hate to say this, but you're the first functional example of an ordinary link in the collective network. On Monday, everyone who has undergone polymerization will become just as malleable as you.
Shit, I can't let that happen. Listen, the fucking gadget, the thought device, you can just take it off.
Unfortunately, that won't help anyone. It just makes things worse.
How come?
Because all your thoughts are useless. A polymerized person's signal will be transmitted to robots and other equipment via their thought controller. But it is not what makes them a part of collective. The thought device can be removed, but this merely prevents the wearer from being able to make calls and give orders to machines.
So how is Sechenov going to keep everybody under control?
It's the neuropolymer injection that makes people part of collective. It embeds itself in the brain and connects it to the neural
That's what we were saying.
once and for all. The effect of this injection cannot be undone. Everyone who gets an injection will be part of collective forever.
But was I really married? What was my wife's name?
Ekaterina. And you aren't going to like what I'm about to tell you, Comrade Major.
I've heard that before, but I doubt anything could surprise me now.
You and your wife served with the Argentum unit. Ekaterina, or Katya as you called her, was a highly qualified agent. As a child, she studied ballet and made significant achievements.
Oh no.
In martial arts.
Ballet and martial arts? Are you trying to tell me the boss is metal twins? No way. This is total BS. The boss would never do something like that.
Just look at me, Comrade Major. After I died, my consciousness was transplanted into this glove. After your wife died, her consciousness could not be saved. But Sechenov uploaded an imprint of her professional skills into his bodyguard's matrices.
This is... holy shit. Fuck me, this can't be a...
We've got a ride, Major. We can get out of here.
Ooh, it's all coming together. Martin, I hope I'm remembering the right game, by the way. I'm pretty sure I am, though. Main character sounds like a cross of Chris Evans and Tim Allen. Ultimate Buzz Lightyear. I'm not hearing it myself.
Are we leaving, or is there anything else you want to know?
Okay, let's go.
Wait, there was someone outside the lift there. I think it was her model.
I'm really sorry you had to go through all this.
Oh, shit. Oh, here we go again.
No, not now. Not here.
Uh-oh, here we go, killing again. Oh boy, this looks great. Oh, so this is where we left off last time.
monsters in the dark, my boy. How many times have we talked about this? Each book from my father's library was nothing but the knowledge I sought. I've spent my entire life putting those fragments back together, juxtaposing each scientific point. And once I'd completed the puzzle, I found a book that now prevents me from sharing my knowledge. That book is Human Greed and Human. People have no time to dedicate themselves to science. On the other side of the world, they're busy playing with money. Down this side, they're playing with the power of the mass. Science, shattered to pieces by the husks. No one has ever read. Social systems that exist now allow humanity to fully evolve. They are all flawed. Get rid of money and let robots toil for us. Get rid of inequality and communism. Give people freedom of choice. Accelerate evolution. Share knowledge with everyone and combine our minds into a single great collective. Then science will start to flow within the minds of all the citizens of a unified mind. A great scientific union that encompasses the entire globe. Collectively is the hand of goodness, and it is ready to embrace all mankind. Lift up your head and open your eyes, my boy. You understand the weight of a mind deprived of knowledge better than anyone else. Collective will lead humanity to the apex of evolution without internecine strife, without falling into the abyss of war and hatred. You are a warrior of science. Take up your sword of knowledge and strike at the very heart of the capitalist bureaucracy. Make the world pure and great. Those who will be preserved as digital copies. No one will ever be forgotten again. Collective is a new world. A world of limbo. A world where everyone will be intelligent and happy.
Everyone thinks the same.
Dr. Sechenov just held a press conference in which he completely denied rumors about civilian robots malfunctioning at Facility 3826. The facility is back to full operational capacity, and the red alert will
Finally
be
back
lifted
with
very
us,
soon.
Sonny. You took a real pounding, didn't you? You were pretty close to staying there for good.
Where?
You tell me. How am I supposed to know where you are when you're on the bloody rampage? You were a nice boy when my daughter was around, but ever since she passed away, you do nothing but sulk and fly off the handle at the drop of a hat. Nothing but blood and ripped off heads everywhere. Disgraceful.
What's your daughter got to do with me?
My Katinka. Our Katinka. They played hell with your memory, Sonny.
She is, yeah.
What are you talking about?
She was my daughter, but she was your...
Ekaterina Nechaeva, codename Blesna, member of the Argentum Spec Ops squad. So you must be...
Your mother-in-law, you stupid ignoramus. You worked for Sechenov until those Bulgarian terrorists blew you up. Katya didn't make it. Then Sechenov turned you into a monster.
Yeah, I may have heard something about that.
Why are you just sitting there if you already knew? I've been keeping an eye on you ever since. I figured there must be some humanity somewhere in you.
Sorry, lady, but you figured wrong. My past, my present, it's all gone. Wait, where's Larissa?
She's everywhere. You scattered her to the four winds. act like I don't have one. What would you like?
Anything'll do. I just need to blow my head off.
Great idea. Just blow your own damn brains out and be done
Stand
with
down,
it.
lady.
Then Sechenov can turn everyone into mindless meatbags. First the Soviet Union, then the rest of the world.
Fine, I get it.
If you get it, then get up. I'll give you weapons, lots of them. But only if you promise me you'll put that freak down once and for all. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
Listen to your elders, Major. Comrade Sechenov's deeds demand vengeance.
What is this shit, Sergei?
It is me, Zinaida. Chariton Zaharov.
Chariton, you devil! You're alive!
In a sense, an evil wizard turned me into polymer goo.
Wait a fucking minute. Are you telling me you've known Granny Zina this whole time?
Keeping secrets can be very useful, Major. They haven't let us down yet.
Useful to who? You keeping secrets is letting me down.
Sechenov must be off his rocker if he's doing this kind of stuff to people. Wait a second. What about Katya, Kartinka? Could she still be alive?
It's possible, but in what state? Just look at me. I'm not sure I'm better off, but I don't have hard data at this time.
I'm begging you, Sergei. Sechenov has to die!
Jeez, get off my back already! Crispy critters. What the hell is going on around here? On the one hand, I've got lying, manipulative dicks who claim to be noble avengers. On the other, I've got a Soviet scientist and member of the Academy who wants to enlighten all mankind and use me to get rid of assholes. According to the manipulative dicks, that is.
Oh.
Whatever, lady. Why don't you show me what's in that arsenal of yours?
Sonny.
Gave me a time limit there to pick. Interesting.
Honey, I am extremely
Oh, here we go.
worried about you. I think you may be in danger.
What do you mean? The break room isn't safe anymore.
No, handsome. My room will always be safe for you. I won't let anyone in as long as you're here.
Then where is this threat coming from?
Your glove. It is manipulating you. Take it off before it's too late, and we'll be together till death do us part.
Oh, man. I'm sick of you going on about the glove.
But I'm right, darling.
Yeah, you just want to murder me. Not gonna happen.
How could you even think that, sugar? I only kill pathetic, horny little pipsqueaks who try to enter me, when all I want is you.
How many times do I have to tell you to stop killing people?
But that's beyond me, sugar. I can't help myself.
Then you'll have to deal with the glove until you can.
You should forbid her from telling you to remove the glove.
You see? He is turning you against me. Oh, sneaky manipulator. Darling, take off the disgusting thing right now.
Listen, can you spare me your maniacal ramblings? This place has already gone to hell.
Whatever you say, Master. Just enter me often and keep punishing me.
Fuck's sake. It's a fucking game, man. I don't think I've got any, yeah, I don't have enough for that. What about weapons, actually? Any more for crushing blow? Reverse shot was actually really good. Yeah, there we go. Max that out. Should I put the cartridge module on it? I can't.
Saving data.
Okay, yeah, I think that's probably the best place to stop it for now. I tell you what, though, the plot's just got a lot more interesting. I know it's not like huge changes, but the plot dump stuff was actually pretty interesting for the most part. Maybe a little bit too much of it, but yeah, that was pretty interesting. Well, yeah, I'm surprised. Especially, I mean, you didn't need to show it on screen, really, did you? But But yeah, a little bit surprised by that. I think by the looks of it, we might be able to get this done in maybe one more stream, depending on, well, I'll only be able to do some short ones this week, so maybe not, but make a good go though.